So who remembers what happened last time?
Last
We
I-
were
Tommy,
investigating,
Tommy
digging a
Tommy
little
probably
deeper,
does.
digging
Yeah.
a little deeper into the estate of the Oni Lord that we were fighting, learning
Yes.
his patterns. We learned that he once a month will move to a library and go look at a book or two, and we know that that's coming up. So we have that as an option. We can ambush him on the way or something.
Does he also
That
That
pour
wasn't
his
last
milk?
week. That was the week
So-
before.
That was the week before. So last
Oh.
week,
My bad.
we infiltrated inside. Rick and Max, Amanda Stahl, talked to some people.
Stall's gonna set on fire.
Connor wasn't here.
Oh.
Didn't do anything. Cody and Beaver infiltrated the barracks. Found out about a big dude. I believe it was a giant.
Yeah, Cramp
Forget
with a
his
K.
name. Yep. Found out about him.
He draws
Very
out orc smut.
Who doesn't draw orc smut?
Oh, I found some good on Twitter. I'll paste it.
Um,
Alright.
I explored and then found out that I could cut the threads of fate that he is messing with, and I just went around town in Sigil, cutting those threads of fate and pissed him off.
So the question I did want to ask about this guy: does he pour his milk before he pours his cereal?
He probably has servants to do that for him.
Yeah, but do they pour the milk before the
He
cereal?
probably has never seen those servants.
Okay. Yeah.
Klaus and Karakwa went and did stuff. They call that the Special K connection. They went and they reconned the barracks. Stole like a guard uniform. Came across the journal of a particular guard named Cramp with a K. That is his name is Cramp with a K. It's not Kramp. It is literally Cramp with a K. Learned that the guards are very loyal to them because they are treated incredibly well. The guard barracks were sort of beautifully maintained. They had lots of food. They weren't really cramped, although there were 4 people to a room, but they were sizable rooms. The guard captain himself has his own special room that is an extra dimensional space, which you guys didn't go in, but that was the weird room. The Henley and Venta ran the stand. They came across an elven haberdasher and a dwarven smith, and the elven haberdasher was an asshole and tried to set their tent on fire.
We had fun though with the dwarven blacksmith.
The dwarven smith was a pretty okay guy. He was selling. He had a stand and basically a table that had a single sword on it that he was selling for an incredible amount of money because it was a one of a kind, because it was the only one he had ever made. They also, Heathcliff, grateful for the work put in there, gave you a magical item, a special cash register that you're able to transport things to and from Heathcliff's Inn. Unfortunately, they have to be the size of fitting in the cash register drawer. It looks like an old 1920s cash register, but you can always have access to Heathcliff's inventory, essentially potions and, lotions and tinctures and tonics, and probably if you ever had to buy a spell component, you could always get it from there because you can just put the money in the cash register and he'll send it on. So you got that. Reed met someone with eczema.
No, that's me.
I thought she was just. Oh wait.
She's just a fish person. Reed met a blind naiad named Deirdre Honeydew. She was a courtesan of Estevan's, and she had her eyes plucked out from her head because Estevan had not been satisfied with her seeing ability, or her beyond her third sight, second sight, whatever you want to fucking call it, her ESP. He had not been happy about it, so he pluck the eyes from her head, which is the good outcome for whenever he's not happy people. Otherwise, they just get killed. They were hanging out, chilling, walked around, did some meditations, Reed really learned that, you know, he's got a particular penchant for seers, because he's always trying to get find one that can see this thing he's been looking for, this person who's shielded by fate or whatever it is. And so he's gone through quite a few of them. That's what Reed did, and Alec Cool turned into a big old Ruby Hercules beetle. Was looking around, saw that there were he could just make out invisible threads of fate that ran from the central tower all the way out and across the city of Sigil itself. Things that you couldn't see, but he, due to his close connection with the Mantis Queen, could just barely make out. You know, like in one of those, you know, in those animes when they've got the secret tripwires and you just make out like the glint of light on the secret tripwire. That's basically what he was seeing.
I've never seen an anime.
That's
No,
not
you're
true.
fucking lying.
You're a fucking weeb, Tommy.
Eh.
But he was able to see them, and they're invisible to everyone else. They're intangible, unable to be interacted with, even to Alec Cool, until he brought out his weapon, the Mantis Claw, forged in the heat of the cold forge. That was able to sever these lengths of string, these threads of fate, and he had a time running around severing them. He can't sever all of them. They extend across multiple different planes as well. They disappear into the distance. But he was able to sever quite a lot, and it seems to have had an effect because almost immediately everyone was kicked out of the compound, and all the guards were withdrawn, including those that were out on patrol. That's where it ended. Now, Aruna, you're back.
Hi, it's me.
You've been on teleportation duty.
Yeah, that's literally. I am a glorified taxi.
That being said, in your time, while they were doing that, you spent a very lovely evening in and amongst the Lady District, walking alongside, well, Captain Burnesh and the Green Lady, who have, whenever they returned here, went for a bit of a tour of the city, neither having been here before. The Green Lady is quite demure. She's not, quite like Burnesh, who is sort of boisterous and overly loud. But she is capable of having a good time. You introduce her to the fine, fine art of high-stakes gambling, which Captain Burnesh is only too happy to fund, and he always seems to win himself.
This motherfucker can see the future. Of course he wins.
I mean,
Wait. Burnesh can see the future?
He's
Wow.
That's how he navigates the weird sea so well, is because he can see where things are going to be kind of in the weird sea.
Dragons
I don't
have some chromatic sight. That is why the Dragon's Eye Starscope kind of worked how it is, but it's very limited.
I
mean, it's better than
Huh.
people who have literally zero.
Yeah, I either forgot that or didn't know that in the first place.
But yeah, that is indeed why he was able. That's good remembering, Max. If we actually ever used inspiration, you'd get a point of inspiration.
Nice.
That's
Damn.
good membering, Max. That's good
Fucking-
membering.
Look what happens when I'm not high starting the game.
Exactly.
Time to get stoned now that I got my good moment out of the way.
Fair enough. All right. Would you like to? While they were doing that, would you have wanted to do anything else in Sigil?
We went shopping. I got new breastplate for that and stuff.
he
We
was
went and
talking
partied after I got back.
I was
He was
talking to
talking
Tommy, but
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
while they were doing stuff around the compound, is there anything you would have wanted to do?
Y'all do your thing.
Do we particularly need anything for this little adventure? Because it sounds like everybody's got all the bases covered pretty well.
Yeah, more people to be playing.
That's that's too damn bad.
So in the D&D film, there's a paladin, right?
Yep.
Can I find a paladin to NPC this for us? Just kidding. No, I mean, I
All
can't
right.
really particularly think of anything.
You find
specific.
Boris Black Powder.
Oh my god. How'd you make it out of hell, dude?
He goes.
Reported
Now
with us.
that is a tale.
He goes. I gave up my other hand.
Ah, I see.
All right. No. If there's nothing else you
Okay,
want
is
to
one
do,
of the demons now hunting us?
he might be. He's got lefty and righty, 2 turrets.
Oh no.
But if like I said, if there's not anything you could think of do, and it doesn't have to be with this particular thing. If you wanted to do anything, related to your story, that would have been fine. But
I know what I'm gonna do in regards to that, so I'm fine.
jack
Stock up on
off.
Yeah, stock up on spell components, which I don't really need to do too much of. Especially if we have the magic cash register now. Gonna make life
Indeed,
significantly easier.
you will always have access to anything that can fit in the cash register. It is not a big drawer, so you might be able to get like a dagger, but you're not getting like armor through or like swords, but potions, spell components, things like that. It's a direct
Ring of
one-way
protection.
line. It could be rings if you wanted to buy but it has to fit in the cash box.
Yeah.
I see.
Now, obviously, you were rather unceremoniously booted from the compound. And
Colin, after we get kicked out, I use the cash register, I buy a pack of cigarettes, and I start smoking.
okay,
I don't think Adelaide's gonna like that.
she might be into it. She seems like the type of girl that would like to
I mean,
have a
she
bad
seems
I was
boy.
gonna
very
say, I'm
open.
pretty sure she's definitely a smoker.
Yeah, she might like be into it. She'll be like, blow it in my mouth, daddy.
Maybe not cigarettes, but she's definitely smoked something.
Like I don't
Oh,
I
she's
don't
definitely
like
smoked
that.
something, but she absolutely smokes cigarettes.
Lou, I want you to expand that joke for me so I know what you're saying.
I mean, Adelaide's had worse in her mouth than cigarettes, so.
Hey.
But yeah,
Yeah, looks like you give me one to wash out the taste.
unceremoniously ejected from the beautiful compound that sits within the dark heart of the market ward. I imagine do you just return to the smoldering corpse bar, or do you go to like the nicer inn whose name I forget, but it was like the Fortune's Wheel, or
We should probably go to the nicer inn because I think it's less likely he could scry on us there. Now that he knows.
you do know that the upstairs rooms were specially and specifically guarded against scrying, divination, looking in, and things like that.
Plus, if we go back to the other one, I'm just gonna feel bad for the dude that's still burning that we haven't gone to help out yet.
The only way to
Boy,
put,
that's a fat, not our problem.
the only way to put him out is halfling.
It's a side quest. It's a side quest for a reason. You don't have to fucking do it.
What if he likes it?
I mean, it's true. I mean, he was put that way to suffer as a punishment for trying to set the hive on fire, but he might like it. The Fortune's Wheel is as you left it. It's big and it's beautiful, and you're easily able to find a room. The rooms here are quite expensive, but considering your general cash flow, they're not that expensive for you. You secure a secure room, and have the opportunity to go over whatever plans you want and speak about sort of what you've learned in private, knowing full well that Estevan, even someone as powerful as Estevan, could not look into this. It may very well be, the Fortune's Wheel may very well be secure enough that the Lady of Pain couldn't look into it.
Colin, I got a legitimate question.
Yep.
I know Connor's not here, but is Ito here so he can tell us what he has learned?
Ito, as posing as a guard, would have been withdrawn back into the compound.
Oh.
So
That's
we
unfortunate.
So Ito is not here unless he deserts the unless he splits away from the guards.
okay. So that sucks.
If Connor wanted to tell you, he'd be here.
No, I know, but like that's how I was asking you.
You can still. He's still got the earring, so you can message him, but he's not here.
That seems dangerous, if you ask me. I even ask Aruna. Aruna, do you think that's safe?
I tell you it's not safe.
Yeah, Alakul tells me it's not safe.
If-
He's not even
if-
a smart one.
If he is there, there is the chance that he already has a threat on him and is being modified. So if he is there,
Or-
there's like no way we can safely get information out of him.
Also, it's technically casting ascending spells, so if there's like sensors
He can hear.
or something,
He will hear.
the guy
We
will
already
know.
found
Yeah.
out he is like hella magic to the place up.
You do know it
Yeah.
is indeed extremely magic.
Okay. Are Karakwa and Klaus here so we get what they learn? Or did I learn the same thing they learned? I don't remember.
I don't remember if they got out or not.
I think they did.
Yeah, everyone. I just punted them out. Like if they're not here to say
Everybody
they
would've
weren't, then they're out.
Okay.
They would have had to actively disguise themselves or stealth to stay into it. And since they're not here to say that they do it, they're punted out.
Okay. No, I remember us not really getting to that last time, so I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. I don't, cause I didn't know.
The reality is, it would be very difficult for them to stay stealth. He does have magical ways of detecting stuff like that too. Whenever he gets like real paranoid.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know. Like, it's hard to say what we do, and I don't know 100% what I do and don't know about all of this. But like,
Most of the stuff that they know, you've kind of come across, really.
Okay.
There's not been there's sort of been, most information has been kind of doubled up from different sources. The only thing you probably, you probably even know how generally happy the guards are because they were.
oh yeah, we knew they were kind of pissed off because of the time shifts and him overworking them because he's paranoid and.
That is true. You do know that as it gets closer into the day, which you know that day is coming up. It would have been on technically like the equivalent of Sunday, which is a day away. That being said, you don't know how like severing all those threads of fate has affected him. It clearly made him withdraw all of his people back into the compound.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is some wild, crazy stuff. So Alakul can sever them, right?
He
Yeah.
can,
Yeah,
yes.
but he has to get to it. So if he's not near the cord, he can't just snip
Okay.
it.
So
Yeah, I
this is
literally cut it.
alternate.
He does have to physically walk
Do
up
you-
and slash through them.
Do you have the ability to weave threads?
He does
No.
not have the ability. The whole that is part of the point, and what he realized is the Mantis Queen, when he saw her, had technically she has a set of cutting arms, which they look like the mantis's claws. They're used to cut the tapestry of fate, while she has arms that are used to weave the fate. So he realized that, he has the cutting portion of that ability, and
Okay.
Estevan has the weaving portion of it. So they're
Okay, if
separate
we
right
could-
now.
I say if we had the ability to weave stuff, we could screw with him real bad.
He does not. But that's sort of the point, though.
I mean,
Is-
even though what we know though is he like nudges them. He doesn't like control them.
Yes, he
Okay.
nudges.
I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. I will
Colin,
join in.
Did you
It's
see what
probably
Beaver
the internet
said
people
in
probably
chat?
turning it off again.
Do what?
Did you see what Beaver said in chat? He
Okay.
said Klaus is gonna still want to infiltrate since he had the one uniform.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did steal the uniform. I forgot about that.
He did steal a uniform. The only problem is
All right,
it's fucking hard to do with him here. All right, I'm going to
10 checks and he's gonna fail.
I need to roll a check for him. He should be really good at stealth though, so
Yeah, I mean, like, he gets a minimum roll of 10.
okay.
What's this losing roll? 26, I think
The,
you said?
the only problem
27.
without him here, it's hard for me to be like, this is what you find.
Yeah. Because he also can't tell us without us. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean that's understandable. It's just
Okay. Let me think for a second.
okay. It's been a second.
Try to steal. Okay, I'll send them a message.
Okay, I'm good.
They not turning your internet off again?
Oh no, we're good.
It's good that your internets are actually working though.
I'm happy. I like the planning before things. I would have been slightly upset if we'd already been in it.
I mean, we were, like, real close to just being in it.
Yeah, we really
you know, if it happens, it happens.
we really drug out these last few days.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that, but
I
if
mean,
other
mean,
people
that
weren't
was
here,
that was not intentional. Part of that was definitely Connor.
No, Tommy, a lot of it was the fact that no one was fucking here.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. Dang, I wish we could like weave a
But
fake.
it's all right.
thread or
We
something
got to
around
make
that guy.
another friend, so I'm okay with that.
That's fair. So are we planning on ambushing him on the way to the library? Is that what's happening?
No, because we can't really attack
Well-
him in the streets of Sigil.
The idea
also-
was that he goes off to the library to go check out the thing he does every month. And while he's doing that, we get into the compound and try to steal the Scourge.
Well, he probably has the scourge on him, so that's probably that
Yeah.
definitely probably won't work.
And that was also before it became
We cut all the threads.
he became sort of he became
Paranoid.
more paranoid. He realized that these threads were
Hmm.
being cut.
Honestly, this is some bold-faced stuff. And like would the mere threat of Alakul draw him out to a point where we could get him or scare him
No, he's
into a place?
Alakul does the opposite. He's making him, we assume, huddle.
It's making his butthole pucker.
Yeah, well, can
Yeah,
we like
he is legitimately scared of me because from the book that we saw that he would read, I am shielded from the shit that he does. so
Nick is
I
his
can-
antithesis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm literally the opposite of him, so he's
you're
scared
you're
of
the
me.
foil.
His anus
can we use-
is tightly clenched.
I mean, can we use that to corner him?
We know,
I
yeah,
mean-
that's it. We know where he is. We know he's gonna stay in the palace because he knows
Yeah.
we're on to him.
I assume the palace is huge and complicated.
It's
too.
It's like a
compound, yeah.
tower.
Actually, quite the contrary. It is a large central spire. The grounds themselves are lush, and considering it's in the middle of a Sigil, a relatively packed city, and in the market district, he has large, lush grounds. He's got barracks, but the actual central structure is not that complicated. It's not that big. I mean, it'd be like big compared to like your average house, but for like a palace or a mansion, it's nothing.
I mean, we could just take forever and let Alakul just slowly cut more and more threads until the dude gets so paranoid he lashes out at all the people around him and they abandon him.
Are there?
That
That
would
Are there-
probably take a super.
that would
duper
take a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Indeed.
is possibly infinite. We don't, because you don't know how many people have
I
coming
mean,
from
it's
this
not.
dimension.
It's not necessarily infinite, but it is like a large enough people across many planes that I'm assuming he's been doing for years. It would take me a long time.
Are there?
Oh no, you don't need to do all of them, just enough until people start abandoning him.
He's already
Because
he's
he's
already
so-
doing that though, because he's already huddling and being paranoid. So we've already hit that point.
Are there bigger threads? Like, is there
All the
size
threads
variation?
look the same.
Okay, I was just
I can
curious
just-
if we could
so, like,
find.
I can go to people that I would presume have them. So, like, I went to the library specifically because I figured he had been modifying the librarians and stuff since he'd frequented there, and they, that was the case.
Okay.
But other than that, I mean, like, I don't
Seems,
know of a way to like target anything.
It seems like we're just gonna sneak in, sort of.
Well, I don't think that's not really even a case now because
We
he's
have
alert
Ito.
to us. He can't get us in. He's too low in the totem pole.
Oh, really?
He's like
Yeah.
he's like at the bottom of because he just joined the guards. We're like, all right, kid, you're in.
Okay.
And even that, I think they're a little suspicious of him because he seems a little bit below his pay grade.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And on top of that, you haven't actually seen a guard enter or exit the central spire.
Oh no.
You've seen him standing guard outside, but you haven't seen him go in or out.
Alright, I got nothing.
So the only thing I can think of is that we might be able to sneak to the tower, but then once we get to the tower, it's gonna really just be bust in and do our thing.
I mean, that's par for the course.
Yeah, just because otherwise, I don't really think we're gonna get
Oh, yeah,
very
definitely
much of anywhere.
I mean, the only slight element of surprise is I know Ito's low on the totem pole, and if he's not, modified with the thread thing, could at least get him to sort of distract people or send them in the wrong direction or, open doors, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sneak and then guns blazing. That's kind of that's what we do. It's
And we
worked
do know
in the
the main gate area is pretty easy to just get over, but it's also got a lot of magic and stuff on it. But, without you being here, we didn't know exactly what that was.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, I could disenchant. I technically let's look at the old spells here. Oh yeah. Is Foundry the character sheets working okay?
Not really. I would just keep using D&D
Okay.
Beyond.
Okay. I just want to see.
Hash
one
Breaker on Foundry.
Let's see how long this lasts. It does not last too long. Yeah, I mean, since we don't have Cody, I can do some wild shape shenanigans to get us over stuff, if not dispel the wall. I also have... Let's see. Yeah, well, I guess that's really all I have. It's gonna be spicy, that's all I know. There's probably no easy way of getting up to the gate and identifying it or anything without it popping off in the first place.
Yeah.
Hey. No, it is what it is. It hasn't failed us in the past.
I'm talking to Beaver real fast.
Alright.
Yeah, I was gonna say he will be useful in some way, shape.
Yeah, I imagine since his internet is not a thing, he can at least text just fine.
If he could text, why don't you just get on his phone?
If you're just on Discord on his phone, that'd be fine.
It
We're not
might
doing
be
anything. We need
it
a
might
map today,
be
probably.
it might be potato is the issue.
I
Fair enough.
suppose.
I mean, the other thing is he also wouldn't have access to his character sheet.
He
So
could also help down on his phone.
but also at this point, he's technically saying stuff between him and Colin that we wouldn't hear, so it prevents Colin from having to switch channels 50 fucking times.
He also,
It's okay. We might
he-
be doing some channel switching during this thing. It depends on how I want to do the fate stuff.
I figured.
Yeah, I mean, Beaver already put something in the chat that he wanted to do, something about a uniform he got. I don't know exactly what. Dun, dun, dun.
Tommy said he's gonna find me a hot chick, who is a
Hot
musician.
singles in your area?
Yeah.
It was my brother, because he
That's
said
true.
it checked all the
Bro,
boxes. in the first one.
yesterday on my YouTube app on my phone, one of the little ads you just can, scroll by was for mail order brides.
That's
Oh.
fun.
I was
Why
like,
not?
oh, okay.
Damn,
Sure.
YouTube taking stabs at Nick.
It's like,
mail order brides need love too.
I mean, yeah, it's like, and I'm pretty sure it said something about them being from Eastern Europe. I was like, okay, so
Yeah,
you're literally just like mailing us Ukrainian women.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're more looking for green cards than love, but hey, sometimes that could be one and the same.
I've seen 90 Day Fiance. It's always love, and not green cards or money.
Mhm.
Hey, you guys remember when we played D&D and it was just find the bad guy in the hot spring and not infiltrate the giant Oni lair where he has
The
weird
heists
fate
never
manipulating
end,
powers?
Tommy.
That's true. I just want to put it out there. I know we're never playing Pathfinder at this rate, but I am playing a druid.
Yeah, okay. We're
Well-
definitely playing Pathfinder at some point.
At some point, now I'm at the point where I'm like, look, be
Oh,
here
shit,
because we're
I can be a
fucking
vampire, but-
going.
I
Now,
can be here.
if there was a point where I could
play
be
a
like,
vampire.
hey, it's story important, so we'll wait. Now, almost everything, because we're at the point, I can't really give you a lot of side quests, because there's not a lot of fucking side quests left to fucking do.
The
So,
world ending, kind of.
it's all sorts of like, this is kind of story important, or this is kind of plot important.
Yeah. See, I was thinking about being a Dampier too, Max. But then I watched the D&D movie, and I've said for years that I was going to play a druid in a campaign, and the time has come.
I played a druid in a campaign before, Tommy.
I'm proud of you.
He
Thank
played
you,
he
Tom.
played a druid in like a significant campaign, like a pretty long one.
Mhm.
Yeah. Corn was a really good character. I enjoyed him.
I was a pure healer too.
Nice. The wild shape looks really cool in Pathfinder. So,
How does it differ from our wild shape?
A lot.
well, you
yeah.
can turn into a kaiju at
Ryan
level
was
20.
doing it. Max Ryan was doing it.
Yeah.
You can turn into dragons.
Didn't
you can
Ryan
turn into
turn into a slime?
monstrosities.
No.
No. That was
I was a monk,
I thought-
Max.
Oh, no, not his monk. I thought like last session he turned into a slime. There was something with slime.
Max is high.
I feel like telling Beaver to go to a fucking public library and use the internet. Take a laptop to your local library.
Dude, he's gonna
Or a
start playing
Burger
this-
King.
for
Take it to a
Discord.
Walmart. Walmart's got free Wi-Fi.
He can go sit in the gardening section with it on his lap. Sir, please leave.
I'm gonna buy something. Give me a minute.
I have to look it up on my laptop.
It's my emotional security laptop. Please don't take it.
So, hear me
I
out.
mean,
right?
if they're at a Walmart, I promise you, nobody there fucking cares.
No.
It's like, oh, you're sleeping in your car in the back of a Walmart? We don't fucking care. Just don't fucking try to steal anything.
Yeah, don't take anything. You're good.
A medium coffee at McDonald's is $1, right? And you just
No.
make
No,
these
it's $1.39 now.
Wow, Max is
Yeah.
shattered.
Okay, if you use the,
I saw this
Even-
morning. I woke up McDonald's breakfast.
do you use the app though?
I do not. Is it all on the app?
I think it might be $1 on the app.
Oh hell yeah. Okay, maybe I'll use that.
There's
I
probably
mean,
a dollar
yeah.
on the
What
app
app for
when, there,
what?
when there's a special.
That's
Yeah,
what
because
you gotta
'cause they
use the
have
apps on
daily-
shit.
Yeah, they have daily deals. There's like $2 breakfast sandwiches,
Like the
stuff.
the
too.
Taco Bell app that lets you build your own $5 box.
Mhm.
That's like the best.
I used
best
to when I
deal.
was working near a Taco Bell really often. I was helping out the Pine Valley store
Yeah, you
on
can
17th by the hospital. They had the Taco Bell right there.
if you give yourself like a Crunch Wrap box, it's so much better, basically. Did you get the Yellowbird nacho fries?
Yeah, I don't know what you're. I did not that I guess because I like regular ones. I think.
The Yellowbird nacho fries use Yellowbird habanero sauce. I
Oh,
think they're probably out of them by now because it was a limited time, is for like 2 weeks. It's pretty good. Now I guess you could probably get regular nacho fries. I mean, they might. It's while supplies last, so there could
They
be.
did have regular nacho fries because I got a box yesterday.
They could be. I imagine for sure they at the very least have the fries. I don't know if they're selling like the nacho fries, Bel Grande or whatever they call them, with the sour cream, the steak, and the Yellowbird sauce.
the thing I've been enjoying a lot is KFC boxes. Those things are pretty good. French fries are also pretty hot. Oh, that's how we beat him.
Beaver's typing to me.
Uh-oh.
See what he's gonna say. I will say he is currently asking me about how easy it is to get back into the compound once someone gets out.
Don't worry, I'll just sit there and spend 20 minutes dispelling it. It'll be fine.
You are at a high enough level that you have a chance of really fucking with the wards, so...
Oh, baby. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get my dice tray because I think it's over here.
I'm upset at how difficult it is to find like retro Warhammer Fantasy orc heads.
Why the retro?
Because the style, the sculpt style is different.
Can't wait for Beaver's big brain plan. He's the only one that can save us.
Well, I'm kind of like telling him, like, I hate to put you on a clock, but, like, they're talking about what to do, and it's
AK,
hard
we
for me to,
haven't
like,
figured
wait while you
anything out.
type stuff out. Because I had to, it's like, you can't, like, he's inside, I'm like, you can't send, but you can't, I was like, you can't send messages out, that's part of the magical defenses, and on top of that, you're also currently in a room that can't,
Be scryed upon.
yeah, it can't be scryed upon.
Gracious.
Alright. While I'm waiting for him to type. Oh, well, he's typing something.
Oh.
So, yeah.
bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Tommy, I'm drinking Stella Artois today.
Ooh.
You can't do
Fancy.
that. You can't do that, Colin. It's gonna make you trans.
I
That's
mean,
what
True.
happened to me, buddy.
what's wrong with the Trans Am?
It's just like the Bud Light.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, they're both owned by Anheuser.
Oh,
Anheuser.
are they?
Yeah.
Yep. See, Tommy's probably trans now too.
Ah, fuck.
Welcome to the club.
It is
We're
what
all-
it is.
We're all trans in here, friend.
Huh. A lot's changed in these last couple weeks, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. It's
Oh my
true.
god. You guys know those really shitty, like, green and green little orc things that you have in there, Rick? The shitty old models that had like the green and blue, the humans and orcs or whatever they fuck they
Those
are.
are mine, but yes.
I found an STL that's a 3D scan of one, and it is hideous. From crossbows and catapults.
Amazing.
Nick, I'd appreciate if you didn't mix me and Max up.
I didn't know whose it was. You twat.
The only thing that's different in my life is I started playing Magic. I have a problem.
Yeah, that do be a problem, Chief.
It do be pretty fun though.
Do.
We're doing the I don't know, one other Nick's brother. He's got some pretty BS stuff, and so do a couple of my friends, and I'm like super new. But one
What
of them wanted to
format are you
play
playing?
Commander.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
But
Fuck.
but yeah, a couple of them were like, we've never played Pauper like Commander, so we're playing Pauper Commander.
Lord,
we're just-
that's still fucked.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. I'm playing.
Fucking Jesus.
I can't remember what her name is. She's like a rot priest from the new like Phyrexian set. So I'm just making a toxic deck.
Oh, Necrogen Rot Priest.
Thank you.
Or are you talking about Venerated Rot Priest?
I believe it is the Necron rot priest.
Is it the green black or the pure green one?
It's the green black, yeah.
That's Necrogen Rot Priest.
Yeah, Necrogen.
All right, Tommy, it's Stella Artois number 3.
He's
Man,
addicted.
Colin is getting turnt to make up for last time.
Basically. I'm still salty about my fucking windshield wipers switch.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid. I hope I don't fucking like accidentally break something trying to change it out, but I'm gonna change it out myself. It doesn't look hard.
It's probably not.
That's sort of why I like my old car, because for the most part, it's just like, just pop the fucking plastic off and take the switch out, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, I imagine it should be pretty easy. They didn't really change the steering column until like fairly recently. Oh my
Hey,
god,
Beaver.
it's Beaver.
Oh,
Well, yeah, is it working? Is it good enough? I don't know.
I mean, I can hear you, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can hear. Well, can you guys hear each other over my phone? I guess is there like an echo?
you're
I mean,
participating
you-
more than Connor.
Yeah, you're fine.
Gas, it's
Awesome.
better than Connor
Yeah,
audio.
It sounds perfectly fine.
We've set the bar so low.
I almost tripped over it.
But yeah, like I said, I don't want you to. But at the same time, I also don't like know if you're like using data or something. So I don't. If you are, I don't want you to like be stuck staying on here too long. But
Dad pays for unlimited data, so I'm fine.
oh well, then all right. So I can ask you. So I've told you sort of what you've learned, but you have encountered obviously the difficulty of you can't send messages out of the compound that you're currently in, and even if you were, the party is also in another shielded room at the Fortune's Wheel. So it's kind of put yourself in a pickle considering some of the stuff you've learned from Ito.
So they don't know about that, do they?
They do not know.
Okay. All right. So
Scotty doesn't know.
Don't tell Scotty.
I'm gonna tell Scotty.
And I will say it ends up
I'd be cognizant of the fact that they don't know.
it does end up being a time crunch because that means it's essentially today.
Yeah.
Well, Beaver, don't worry about it. I'm gonna disrupt the magic as much as possible, so we'll be in contact. It's gonna be fun.
Well, see, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to think of like what can I do from the inside to make this easier. Like if I try to booby trap him on the way out and get him stuck inside, that might tip my hand and kind of fuck me.
Yeah, you do technically have
or I could
E2.
booby trap it. I could probably booby trap it after he leaves, you know, and then y'all could probably encounter him outside the wall and get him all distracted and shit. He might even pull extra security. Fuck.
Secret Service, get down, Mr. President.
This is really hard to do without metagaming. Oh my god.
It'll be okay.
It'll be okay.
So we're just sneaking up. I'm gonna dispel some
But yeah,
stuff.
currently they're
and we're going in.
just talking. They were talking about what to do. I guess currently the plan is for Aruna to dispel some stuff and then go in.
Guns blazing, dude.
Go in guns blazing.
I can't think of anything else too clever. I mean, I figure it'll be impromptu Ito and Klaus stuff from the inside after we strike, because I'm sure they'll
Alright,
know
I'll be
when
right
we're
back.
there.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be loud.
It really feels like we're at just the guns blazing point, though.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
Sometimes it be that way.
I mean, when you're as powerful as you are, I mean, guns blazing is fucking taking a tank, you know.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, we might be best off just fucking charging it.
yeah, exactly. Sneak up close. Like
I even sneak
candles.
up.
Well, no, like I said, I think sneak through the walls so they're not prepared for us, and then we just start blasting.
I mean, I just don't know how we're gonna sneak in.
No, not
I
even
mean,
in, like just close enough.
Guns blazing
really.
ain't sneaking in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't
Okay.
know how.
Now that
well,
said,
okay.
you still got me. So like, you guys can go loud, and I can go sneak in while he's distracted.
No, what I'm
I mean,
talking about
I
is
kinda do
instead
agree
of
with
us
kicking the
like
door.
instead of walking down the street and like waving our arms at the guards at the compound, we get close to the wall in the gate and then blow it open and go in.
Yeah.
So we are going guns blazing, but I'm just saying, like, the approach, we don't need to just walk down the middle of the street going, hey, we're coming to kill you.
I will say, your dispel magic
wanna
is
end
also
war?
not guaranteed, so.
Yeah. I mean, we can get up over the wall, too. So.
Doesn't the wall have a force field above it? Isn't there like a bubble?
It has magical
literally, yeah.
protections. Oh wait, I guess maybe you don't know that, Tommy. There is a
Yeah, I
large magical dome that extends above
mean-
the actual compound.
Then that was in character. Venta would know that he worked in the tent.
Mm-hmm,
Yep, and it was noticeable. It's like a shimmering force field.
Gotcha.
But that is also something that, like, if you were dispelling their wards, that would be part of their wards.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth the risk, I think.
All right, is that the plan?
Believe so, Chief.
All right, Klaus.
All right.
You see the guards assembled out front of the large central spire as a beautifully appointed palanquin is brought forward. Its large, curtained form, completely obscuring the interior of a lush, sort of beautifully and comfortably pillowed sort of platform. You know that the paranoia has actually caused Esteban to move early. The word around and amongst the guards that Ito has passed you is that Esteban is going now. That is the word passed along the guards. The and like I said, since you can't cast outside of the bubble, you are or you're not able to message outside the bubble, you're unable to tell them that
Yeah.
from what you can hear, from what you've seen, Esteban is going to be going to the library now. From your vantage point, you can't see a lot. It's pretty heavily guarded. Not a lot of hiding area with all the merchants, but you do remain at a safe distance, and you can see a form that is heavily, it looks like they're heavily robed, that is aided into the palanquin. Fully half the guards of the actual central spire are along with this palanquin as it turns and makes its way out of the compound.
Alright, I'm gonna try to find a way, like, I don't want to get behind the guards, like, I want to get the tower between me and the guards, I guess. I'm gonna try and find a back entrance. If possible.
Okay. I will say you do see Ito is traveling with the palanquin. As a he is part of the half of the guards that are traveling with it.
Okay. So wait, can I message inside the bubble? Is he still inside the bubble?
He is still inside the bubble.
Would it tip my hand? Would I know if it tipped my hand if I messaged him?
You don't know. It
I
might
don't know?
it might be just within the bubble. It might just be there's a barrier outside and inside the bubble. It's possible that messaging inside the bubble he won't notice.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd want to risk that because I wouldn't know for certain.
Okay. Alright. They turn. They leave, the gates opening up, half the guards remaining behind, half the guards traveling with the palanquin. The large, beautiful, sort of mithril and adamantine gates close behind them as they disappear into the streets of Sigil, with Ito following along behind. Whenever the rest of the party emerges from the room, I imagine probably Ito would have sent them a message that currently he's escorting Esteban to the library.
And that is with half the guard too.
Yes, but also outside the magical bubble.
Fortune favors the bold.
So it's a choice. Esteban is the palanquin that is bearing Esteban is currently outside of the magical bubble. It's not like it's undefended, but it's lesser defended. But that also means the central spire is lesser defended. On the other hand, is the item in the spire or is it on Esteban? You don't know.
Can Ito see whether it's on Esteban?
Ito, unfortunately, as the lowest level of guard, is basically at the back of the line.
Okay, great.
And since Connor's not here to try to jostle his way to the front, well, he doesn't really see anything.
Okay, hang on. Question. Is Karako with the party?
Cody's not here to say otherwise, so Karaka gets ejected.
All right,
Oh,
but the
yes,
information that
he
he
is
got inside the bubble would be privy to the party, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so have we told them about the spooky door in the barracks?
Yes. I even went ahead and told him what it actually was. That was just that's an interdimensional space that is like a magnificent mansion for the captain of the guard. It wasn't really anything more than that.
Okay, I was about to think that might be like the plan B for the vault.
No,
or whatever it might be.
that was just another avenue of information. If you had got into there, you would have seen that he has like a Warforged wife bot.
Awkward.
That's really sad.
I mean, it's sad, but you know, she seems to like him. But that was just I another avenue of information you could have gone down.
Okay.
Amazing.
What am I doing?
But yeah, these are the problem is you've been presented like with some information and like almost like a puzzle, and you have to use the information that you've received to solve the problems for you. Hold on, I gotta bring up that old that fucking thing so I can remember what it said. But yeah, what would you like to do?
I mean, do we run the risk of raiding the tower? Well, we might also get some other stuff if we raid the tower, you know?
Yeah, but they'll probably alert him and he won't come back.
And where else does he have to go? Like, is the library his technically too?
No, but that's where he goes.
And he's only ever there pretty briefly.
All
Would it
right,
be easier to fight him at the library?
problem-solving tools at hand.
Have we scouted the library that he's been at?
Yes.
Okay. Does that
goes
seem like
to-
a more reasonable place to fight him?
I don't know.
There are
We are-
definitely less defenses, but if we fight there, then we run the risk of like alerting the sigils guards and not just his.
That makes sense. I mean, with less guards, if we could go the sneaking route, we could just wait for him to come back and be inside in a favorable position. But I guess that depends on if we could, you know, get inside undetected. I mean, we have Klaus now, but he doesn't know the plan. But you know,
Yeah, that's the only problem. Is like I really want to try and like strategize and shit, but like there's no information sharing right now.
You'd
It's
have,
not with me.
you'd have to step outside the bubble.
And I like my bubble. My bubble's nice and comfy.
My goodness.
Actually, how guarded is the gate right now? Now that he's left.
Much more lightly guarded. The patrols are much lighter. Like I said, they sent out fully half the guards with just the caravan.
Okay. You know, damn it, I don't know if I would think to do that though. Like, try and take over the gate or infiltrate the gatehouse, make it easier for them to infiltrate.
See, that's what I was thinking. Without, you know, without attempting.
Yeah.
It's hard not to metagame, but I was trying to think like Ito could. Well, I was thinking like Ito could open doors for us and like set off alarms in the wrong place in the palace and stuff like that.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking like we could pull the guards out of the spire and I'd be able to infiltrate that, but I don't know how you guys would know to attack the gate for that purpose.
You should just know that we're too stupid to come up with anything other than walking at the gate.
I will say you still
What-
have
what
not
makes
seen
you go
any
through?
guard. You still have not seen any guards enter or exit the central spire.
Okay. Is there?
Nobody
Hmm.
technically has.
Is there like a balcony I could sneak up on? Like I imagine the entrances are all guarded, but like is
Uh,
there like a spot that I could probably grappling hook up a balcony or
The
something?
central spire has no windows, no balconies.
Oh,
It has a single entrance. That is part of
Oh.
part of his paranoia. It has no it
okay.
has no windows. It has no doors. It has no entrances except for the central door.
Jesus Christ.
It is made of beautiful
Is it-
stone that
It's
rises
made of
up
beautiful stones,
60
actually.
feet into the air, but
I
you
think
see
I
no
have-
balconies.
My bad. I think I have mold earth.
You can certainly try.
Try and remove masonry with spells.
Yeah, if it's not magic. If Beaver sets off the alarm and they all go to kill him, we can get in.
I mean, honestly, I'm fine just going ahead and going to the tower. I feel like
I even
That's-
think that there's possibility we might get like extra reward or like things to help us against him there. It did.
I don't want to risk getting the Lady of Pain involved.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's the only
I agree.
bad thing about the library.
We're going for the
And she
tower,
will-
baby.
She will kill the shit out of us. So
I mean, yeah.
Maybe we catch him when he's on the way then.
It's
that
that's
still
dope.
involves us fighting in public, which involves us probably getting the attention of town guard, not just his guard.
Yeah.
I thought the town guard was like very minimal.
It
I
is.
mean, it
'cause she
doesn't
keeps
really
order.
matter. She like
Okay.
the risk of getting her involved is so bad that it's
Well, we're
not
less
really
likely
worth.
to do that if we just do it on the street as opposed to in a library.
Yeah, but Max, if she shows up, we die.
So
She's
to see,
like-
win-win, and suddenly
No,
the world
she's
ending
like-
is no longer our problem.
She's like literal god.
I know. Suddenly the world ending is no longer our problem.
I mean, yeah, I guess that. I suppose that is technically true.
She
Some
is
kind of
indeed little,
suicide
she is indeed
squad.
little rot. I will say, she does only care about like sigil ending threats. If you got in a fight in the streets, she would not care. But if you
That's
were
what I'm
like
saying.
undoing sigils, then she cares. If you were setting fire to the entire ward, she would care. If you get in a fight with someone in the street, that might be a problem that you have to deal with the Sons of Mercy, but you probably won't deal with the Lady of Pain unless it gets so big and so crazy that it becomes a problem. The only problem is if that happens, it also happens to Esteban because he would be
So no
part of
meteor
it.
strikes then.
Also, if we were to fight him, I feel like it would probably get to that point, and then he would just leave. I feel like if we get him in his tower to fight him there, he's probably not gonna even attempt to leave.
No. So,
But then he's got all the cool stuff. He's gonna start pulling out random magical artifacts, start blasting us with like a random table of shit.
Yeah, and I
be
honestly
alright.
don't care.
I just had a thought.
That's new.
What?
Where? How much fucking goddamn Discord mobile? Why? Let me do the things I want to do.
Yeah, you tell him, dude.
Me.
There we go. Okay, I think it's gonna cooperate now. Do.
All right. I thought Beaver Say was doing something.
I just sent you a message.
Okay, I don't have my Discord up, so I gotta look at it.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Plotting and conniving.
Tommy's a sexy boy with the sexy
God.
glasses.
Oh my god. I'm getting new glasses too.
You should get a more stylish frame.
I would say they're very stylish and modern.
I like my frames because they're like big and they look like wood.
I do have a fat head, so I had to get wider glasses.
Is that why you got married? Is that why your wife married you? Because of your fat head?
Yeah, it's easy
Nice.
to grab.
That work?
Beaver, roll me an Arcana check with advantage because the Redeemer's there.
I think I can do that on D. Yes, I can. Woo!
Oh wait, I guess I can. I say I can roll for you.
No, I can play in D&D Beyond. Actually, I think it might even show up for you. So you said Arcana.
Yep,
Let me roll it. Nope.
With advantage.
with advantage because the Redeemer is trained in Arcana. So
Crazy, I tell
the
ya.
Redeemer gives you advantage in History, Arcana, and Religion.
Well, my first one was a 24, and the Redeemer don't know shit.
All right. The Central Spire is, at the end of the day, slightly less magically protected than the Outer Walls, as if they were expecting not to have a breach of the Outer Walls. But it is still incredibly, heavily magically protected. That being said, as with all sorts of buildings, or unlike most buildings, the weakest point is not the door. That's actually pretty heavily magicked. But there is a small sliver just off to the side that is slightly less there's like a area where the magics don't quite overlap. It's basically pretty close to the door, though.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Was this like those overlapping?
You might be able to break through it, but realistically, even your magical abilities would not. It would also require Runa to break through that.
Okay.
Because unless you've got a high level dispel magics.
Yeah, no, I think the highest level I can cast at without using the Vecna spells is 3rd level.
Not gonna be high enough, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, let me check my inventory. I might want to just.
Alright,
blow the
anyway,
bill
you
over
got
there.
this. You got this.
Yeah, we got it.
Checking my inventory for more shenanigans.
You don't have any shenanigans.
I am full of shenanigans. Klaus is shenanigans.
Say he's a rogue, they're only shenanigans.
I thought you were gonna say gays are full of
Exactly.
shenanigans.
There
and I
might
was
be
kinda disappointed.
You do feel excited going to the. There might be something in there that Vecna wants. Say
Might be
Is it
something.
D4?
no. It could very well be more undead or more dragon parts.
Ooh.
More eyes.
Oh god, can you imagine
Okay.
the 3rd eye? No.
You're
Put it in my
the-
fucking forehead.
You remember the last time I had to try to remove one of those? That was a lot of fun.
Colin, I got a question that I probably wouldn't know in the lore, but like it's not really relevant.
Yeah.
Are there? Is there more than 2 eyes of Vecna?
Yes, the eyes of Vecna are not like technically they're actual. They're gems.
They're like jewels, right?
Yep.
So
they're
they're more
jewels.
like
enchanted.
scrying devices, because can't he like also literally see through them?
They're basically they're jewels.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what happened to Denethor,
Now-
Sword of Gondor.
Now, let me ask this. Does this
Is
bubble
that-
actually...
Yeah.
Does this bubble, like, kind of get in between me and Vecna at all? Like, Because I imagine he's got his eye on me at all times. Just kind of passively.
No, unfortunately.
Interesting.
Turns out that the powers crafted by man do not beat the powers of a god.
Vecna's like, this is some weak shit, motherfucker. I'm right here.
That being said, your meeting with Vecna meant you found out obviously that Vecna's pretty fucking happy with you right now and what you're doing.
Hey, ask Vecna to help. He's a cool guy.
Me and Vecna, like, high school buddy.
I mean, you're out there delivering death and fucking working on bringing back to life an undead dragon god. Vecna's fucking into it.
He's like, pretty cool,
He touched
dude.
himself.
Pretty cool.
There's nothing about that sentence that I don't love.
You had me at undead god dragon.
Wait, are we doing Arnold as Vecna now?
That's pretty good casting, honestly.
I'm gonna do Vecna as the loathsome
Dungeons
dung eater.
Dragons second
It's
movie.
me, Vecna, the loathsome dung eater.
Oh yes,
Oh, God.
defile.
Goldenrod!
That's what we need.
Yeah, we need a character that sounds like the narrator for Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Find
Make it
yourself
AI.
in the city of Sigil, a great, momentous ring rising up to unfathomable heights with spires of beautiful stonework rising to the centers.
Yes, precisely.
Fantastic.
Alright. If you don't have anything else to do, or you don't tell me what to do, we're moving forward.
We're going into the tower.
Alright.
It's all thanks to Beaver. He's gonna get us in there.
Perhaps. You do. I mean,
Mayhap.
the problem is, it's hard to coordinate when you're striking and when he's striking because you can't communicate with each other.
Listen, he'll know
Well,
we're
The
coming.
thing is, I would be waiting to hear a commotion. Like, I would be waiting on them.
Alright.
I wouldn't necessarily get the feeling that they have acted, because I do feel like them being outside the wall, the only thing they could do would be to just charge. And them
mean, you-
pulling attention.
You also know the
pretty
only
good.
thing they could do is also attack Esteban on the road.
Oh yeah, that though.
Literally impossible for us to do that. We'd never do such a
Wouldn't.
thing.
Never.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Nick, I updated my World of Warcraft Ascension.
Oh yeah.
Because I was feeling some World of Warcraft. I was like, I might play around with it.
Yeah, I haven't been
Actually-
on in a while. I updated it a few months ago, I think.
But anyway,
If
If
yeah.
Esteban was back on the road, would he call for reinforcements from the Spire, or would he?
You don't know.
Can he?
Yeah.
I mean, if there's the magical ward, can he call for reinforcements?
He might not be able
Well, I
to
mean,
break his own
it's-
wards.
Oh.
He might be
yeah, that
so
was an option.
he might be so paranoid he made it unbreakable even to him.
Shit.
Idiot.
I mean, you just
Yeah,
you just don't know, honestly.
A simple
What?
spell, but quite unbreakable.
It's like that stupid part of Glass Onion. He's just so stupid.
I gotta
It's so
slow down.
stupid.
Colin,
It
you've already
loops
had
back
what,
to
like
smart.
4 or 5?
Yeah. They're only
Jesus Christ,
they're
Colin,
only
it's only
5%,
5%.
but
Only 5%. Okay.
It's only 5:30. How are you?
Only.
Yeah, but Connor being a dumb fuck and just not showing up will really mess with Colin.
That's
true.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
All right,
Especially multiple weeks in a row.
Like, I'm literally in Florida with no fucking internet, and here I am.
that's okay. I'm glad you're here, Beaver.
I'm sad that
Yay.
you're in Florida,
yeah, Beaver.
What
You
a
showed
terrible
just in time
fate.
for them to cancel Pride.
Dude. Tampa actually does kick ass. Like, I
Beaver, Beaver, are you gonna become a Buccaneers fan, or are you gonna stay with me with the Panthers?
Are you fucking kidding me? I would never leave the fucking. Well, I would leave Carolina, but I would not join the Bucks.
Yeah.
Like,
If I'm
I
not-
am
They
so
don't
free
have
to
Tom
be
Brady
fucked,
anymore.
man.
The problem is I don't. The problem is
Oh,
I
I'm
don't know how I would rate. I don't know how I rate the NFC South because it's like Panthers, all right, but then I'm like I don't know who I hate more after that.
Well, I'm kind of indifferent to the Bucks. I just hate the Falcons and I hate the Saints.
I
Both
hate-
of them.
boy,
piss
do
me
I-
off equally.
Boy, do I hate. I was like, boy, do I hate the Saints, and then probably the Falcons, and then the Buccaneers. They had a couple good years, but now I kind of feel bad for them because they're not gonna have shit.
Well, that's the thing is they needed Tom Brady on his retirement tour to have any amount of relevance, and now he's gone.
It's fucking
They're-
gone, so they're
they're
down
like
at the
a
bottom.
famous Phoenix victory, you know?
He's gone. He swears this time.
On top-
100%. Absolutely.
On top of that,
Yeah, he's already got an ESPN deal.
On top of that, the Panthers don't have a fucking first round draft next year, so it's like they gotta do fucking good, cause fuck Chicago.
Yeah.
Does football help us with our plan to get into the tower?
Shut up, Tommy.
Yeah.
Why don't you grow some balls and get some hair on? Watch some fucking football.
I'm gonna do a front flip.
Alright.
I'm gonna transplant them to my head, Colin.
Man,
Show
Drunk
you,
Colin's being
motherfucker.
mean today.
See,
Drunk
the
Colin's
funny thing is,
always mean.
alright, here's the secret. Colin
Only
comes
the
to my
Gracie,
Discord.
though.
No, listen,
No.
listen, guys. Colin comes into my Discord when it's just me, and he sweet talks me constantly. The second someone else shows up, he acts like this.
It's no. The problem is, I fucking know that at the end of the day, whenever Tommy's plowing his wife from behind, he puts a picture of me on the back of her head.
Wait, is it like your Facebook profile picture?
Yeah, the one where I look like a Nazi. He's into the Third Reich.
There
You
you
gotta
go.
get that good skinhead.
Oh boy.
Tommy makes swastikas out of
Is
air
that what
dry
you call?
clay.
Is that what you call doing it raw? You say he's a skinhead?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Oh, that's when a Nazi sucks your dick.
So
Oh
there was
shit!
a Nazi Twitch streamer who got talked about to by the FBI because him and his buddies showed a swastika face skylight into the sky and like took down a military drone.
What the fuck?
It's the
hell?
bat signal of fascism.
All right. So the plan
Now-
is, this is the final plan. You are going to assault the compound.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
We're gonna get a bat signal first.
that
He's
is
not gonna like
convenient in that it does remove Ito.
and Karakwa doesn't have to be there for it.
Karak was just off in the corner, dancing or something.
Playing
Unfortunately, well, I'll
He's
say,
laying in a rock in the sun.
I'll say Karak was NPCing with you. That's fine.
Oh boy.
I will let you view Karakwa's turn of fate. And you can tell Cody what it was whenever you fucking get there. I have ones planned for everyone. So it's nice that you're here, Clout, Beaver, because I think this is an interesting thing, in that the gimmick of this is you see if what would have happened to you if your fate was different.
Ooh.
And I have
It's Cloud getting Eiffel Tower by a dragon and a vampire.
I have generally
Damn it!
I have
No.
tried, and I have gone and thought about your characters and tried to give you fate things that might be interesting. Some were easier than others, so they might be more interesting, but it is what it is. Point is, you head towards the compound, and you do see that it is. You don't even have to like roll perception checks to see it's less guarded. There are less people guarding the gates. There's only a single guard guarding the gates. There are less people on the towers. Obviously, the shimmering magical dome remains as intact as if it ever was. That doesn't rely on manpower. But you do see the manpower is significantly depleted. And these are, at the end of the day, from what you've gathered, being in and amongst them around them, they are just guards. And you are a lot stronger than they are. You could, I mean, realistically, you could take on practically an army of these guys by yourselves.
Colin, before, could I have asked Ito if Cramp with a K is with that convoy or at the base?
Cramp with a K is not currently with the convoy.
Cool.
That's fine.
Giant here. Giant potential problem. Everyone else, not a problem.
You know, I don't think you ever answered me when I asked if with a K was actually just his last name.
I mean, he just wants to draw orc titties and write orc smut.
Yeah.
So
Every
if
man's
I tell
dream.
him that he is allowed to draw as much orc titties and orc smut as he wants, if he just lets us through, he's gonna do it.
I mean, you might be able to.
Okay,
Sick.
so
Base.
hear me out. The soldiers of Stahlreich, before and after this war, are going to be desperate for something to latch onto. Have you thought of the market of Stahlreich in orc smut? That's going to sell them.
Yeah.
It's all about
gonna work.
supply and demand, man.
Yeah,
We're
there's gonna
going
be a
down a
lot of
rabbit hole. I
demand.
don't think we
Yeah, I'm
we
sure the
need
demand's
to.
nothing.
I think you need to shut up, Lou, and everyone, because everyone else enjoys orc titties and you don't.
Yeah, we are all about some big old orc titties, some tickle orc biddies.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Some orkies, if you will.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Those hork and orkies.
Indeed.
I hope orc titties dispense delicious Madrina's coffee.
They don't. They dispense pollen.
This,
Ew,
this,
why?
They're plants.
if you were, if
They're fungi.
this
It's-
this
Alright,
video
they
brought to you by
produce
delicious,
fungi spore.
delicious
Wait, are you
Madrina's
telling me
coffee.
that like hork babies are fucking cracked out of their mind on caffeine?
No. Rick just said sporm. What the
No,
fuck
yeah,
is?
it's
I meant fungi spores.
I haven't actually uploaded any videos for the
Wait,
last
do
like
you-
3
wait.
weeks. So
Do you think the guy orcs
Well,
come
then
swarm
transmit.
then?
Shut the fuck up!
shut up. Let's go. You fucking make your way to the thing. It's fucking less guarded, but the magical wards are still intact. You can see there is only a single guard outside of the beautiful adamantine and mithril gates. I will, and you can see the patrol along the walls is much diminished.
All right.
He's not here.
Cool. Should I Well, we already know he's not here.
Let's just walk in.
I mean, we could try, but also, do we want me to just try to Arcana dispel it and take more time, or just burn a high-level spell slot to
Well-
nuke the dome immediately?
Well, here's the thing, right? If
We try
if
dispelling it
there is
first.
the possibility that he cannot communicate with, if they cannot communicate out to talk to him, then us keeping the ward up potentially protects us.
But it also
Okay.
can just alert him.
I mean, yeah, but it'd probably be alert if it goes down anyways.
Can I, Colin,
Yes.
ascertain whether I could make a breach in the dome for us to go in and out of?
Not with something as simple as an Arcana check, but you could. It would have to be, you would have to cast Dispel Magic at, if you want to dispel the dome entirely, it's an 8th level spell slot.
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, we're not gonna dispel it entirely. I was just wondering
If you
I could
want,
make it.
if you want to make a breach, it'll be a 6th level spell slot.
Okay, I think that's much more reasonable. Yeah, I mean,
But
if we can
it'll be
get-
a brief thing.
I mean, I can get us in, and then the dome will, like you said, protect us temporarily and maybe stop communication back and forth. But we're also going to be... Yeah, well, I mean, we're not necessarily going to know when he's coming back, because if we don't have information to the outside world. Alright, good powwow, guys.
I don't think
I
he's
don't know about
ever
magic.
gone. I don't think he's ever gone that long, so we shouldn't assume that he's going to be gone for
I mean, he might be gone for extra time to throw us off because he thinks we're following him. No.
No, I'm just making sure we don't want it dispelled. You just want to get in, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Well then, yeah. I would be happy to burn the old 6th level.
Also, I'm
spell
not sure
magic.
that's worth the 8th level spell slot.
Yeah, or well, no. If I try to cast something and it fails, it'll probably alert him anyway. So I should probably just go ahead and use the 6th level. So do we have to get up onto the wall to get into the bubble? First off.
I mean, the bubble extends up from the wall, so you still have to like go over the wall, but it's like a fucking 10-foot wall, which is like
Okay.
it's not a big deal.
I
The re-
significantly jumped fast.
The defenses, the defenses were the real defenses were the magic ones. The wall is just for
Gotcha.
for you is a relatively minor obstacle. Everybody
I mean,
can clear it or climb it.
I got a
Wait,
broom.
it's
so-
Sundays though, right? And we still have the technically the allowance to go in here.
That was for only 1 hour, and that was also before everyone got kicked the fuck out. So you
Yeah, I thought it was
suspect
the next day. So
you
I
s-
thought it was once per
it is
day.
still Saturday. Like I said, they
Oh,
left
okay,
it.
my
He
bad.
left a day early. The whole point of he decided to
Mm.
fucking leave early is the
No,
surprising
okay.
thing.
I misunderstood.
But yeah, even so, you suspect that 1 hour allowance is probably rescinded, considering the circumstances.
Yeah, I was
Gotcha,
gonna say,
okay.
we could just ban if we, it was still available and it was the next day.
Yeah, we just find a spot where stuff's pretty unguarded. I will breach the dome,
Alright.
and then we'll go from there. Easy peasy.
You're using the 6th level spell.
Oh, yeah, let me... Off.
I gotta take this dog out, but I'm gonna be on my phone.
He's not. He's
That's
never coming
fine.
back.
All right. You cast this spell magic, knowing that full well that you're not going to bring the entire dome down, but you can create a breach in it. You do fear that creating a breach in it will probably alert him,
Uh-huh.
but it does allow you entrance in. And you can see the shimmering, almost sort of iridescent bubble. There's probably maybe, I mean, for that level spell, it's a big hole. It's like a solid 30 by 30 foot hole. So it's not like you have to squeeze through it. And it doesn't just, it's not like one that appears and immediately disappears. You've got a solid for 10 minutes where it's sort of slowly refilling in. And everybody is able to, like I said, for something this relatively trivial, I'm not going to make fucking anyone roll athletics checks to climb the wall or stealth checks or anything like that. You are easily able to climb up into this wall at your fucking level. A 10-foot wall is nothing for you. And so you climb up over it, and you can see the beautiful sort of lush grounds before you. Reed, off in the distance, you can see the little set rock garden that you spent time with Deirdre Honeydew in it. You can see the little square that all the stalls were set up now sits empty. Surprisingly, there's not a lot of guard presence within the central area. But you can see, unsurprisingly, Aruna, your dispelling, even just causing a hole in it, has caused the guards to assemble towards the front of the tower. As you see, many of them are sort of moving towards it and pulling back towards the tower. Like I said, even breaching it caused
What?
a commotion.
Ah, fantastic. As expected, I suppose. Hey, Beaver, your thing's wigging out.
You're
so
freaking
bad.
out.
Yeah, it keeps on popping up.
It sounds like a Terry Schiavo speaking spell.
Oh, good.
Jesus.
That's fantastic. God damn.
Well, guys,
Well then, considering how much they are hurrying, I suppose we should get inside.
guys, I'm canceled.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we can try.
Yeah, I mean, let's just go.
I mean, at this point, you have really one option in front of you to just go.
Fuck it, we
Um,
ball.
You rush forward and find yourself. Klaus, you immediately understand the commotion as guards are beginning to rush towards the tower. Everyone is pulling back to the central tower. You understand that the thing you were kind of looking for happens. And upon that breach, you are able to use your communication.
Alright, I'm gonna
Well, I'm gonna go pee, but I'll let you communicate with them.
I'm just gonna let you guys know that Zagad's all pulling back into the tower, so that definitely tells us that our item is in there.
I thought he said that they're rushing towards us.
No,
Are
they're
they?
pulling back to the tower.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So
I
that,
don't
that
think they know
kinda
where we
tells us-
are, just that we're here.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're abandoning the wall and moving towards the important structure, basically.
yeah, and the important structure kind of tells me that it's in there, and I'm trying to breach the back wall of it.
It might not be there, but there is clearly something in there that is worth defending.
And hey, even if it's not the thing that's in the tower that you need, I can still take something that's worth actually, a lot of fucking money or something.
I agree.
Could be more Dragon God parts. Who knows?
I want more magic stuff. I just kind of wait for Colin to come back, because
Yep.
Maybe we should have.
if they don't see us, we could technically move around to where Klaus is trying to go in the wall, and then we could together break it open.
Best to be together, yeah.
All right, my boys, I'm back.
Apes strong together.
Apes strong together.
So the guards actively spotted us, Colin?
They have not.
Yeah, no,
It's not that they've actively spotted you. They actively know that there was a breach in the wards.
Okay, so we need to try to sneak around to where Klaus is, and try to go in that way, because he said he's trying to get into the wall magically. Seems better than going in the front.
Well, it works because, well, no, actually not. If they're pulling back into the tower, it really doesn't help me at all, does it? But
Well, I mean, it's going to be
Yeah,
better
I'll
than
be-
going in the entrance where they expect people to be coming from.
true. Or it could leave enough of a diversion for you to use the front door, because they're gonna all go to the back door that I just made.
Who knows? They're stupid.
Strategy.
We'll see what happens.
Punch the wall. Let's do it. Mold to earth.
Just point me in a direction and I'll go there.
I mean, do you want us
Or-
to leave
oh,
you
hang
alone,
on.
or do we want you, or should we meet up with you?
So, you know how I said I was looking for folds in the magic, like little weak spot?
Yep.
What if I kind of like press the tip of the Vecna's needle like into the wall there? Would Vecna be able to do anything like through that? I don't know what what I'm
Alas,
even-
you can try, but dispelling magic and sort of altering magic, that's not really Vecna's
His wheelhouse?
It's not
Okay.
it's not their wheelhouse, you know.
I got
They're not a god of magic. And while theoretically, maybe Vecna could, you don't know so much that Vecna's really paying attention or cares about that.
Yeah.
I will also say that fold in the magic was towards the front. It was just to the side of the central door, so that is where the guards are assembled. Essentially, this is a little bit off to the side, but it's roughly where they are.
We're good. We can take them. We just need to be quick
you
before
can.
more guys show up.
I'm still just fine.
All right.
I'm gonna use the confusion since I'm still dressed as a guard. I'm gonna try and rush inside through the front door. Like
Oh,
I'm one of
man.
the guard, like I'm trying to defend the iron or whatever.
Are you trying to do it? Are you trying to rush in? Are you trying to do it stealthy, or are you trying to just fuck it, get in?
I'm trying to look like a guard who's rushing in to defend the thing. So I'm using the chaos to my advantage, just being not.
Roll
I
an
don't
roll an insight
loud,
check.
like. Okay. Oh, good insight. I'm bad at those. 16. Not bad.
I don't mean to roll that, but the point is, as you sort of move towards the door, you pause, almost ready, or sort of look towards the door. You see, amongst all this commotion, as all the guards have assembled out front, not a single one has laid hand on the door to go inside.
Oh. Okay. So they're just assembling.
They are assembled out front of the central tower, but not a single guard has touched the door or tried to go inside of it.
Oh. That changes things.
Yeah, nobody goes in or goes out. So we
No
haven't
way
seen-
in. No way out.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll do this. I'll position myself with them in the back. I'll be in the back of their formation.
All right.
We should just tidal wave them into the door and see if they all die.
I mean, you
Brilliant.
can. Half the guards is still a significant amount of guards. There's a solid 50 or 60 men that stand arrayed around the tower. Their swords drawn. You see, Cramp with a K towers amongst them. But they're an assortment, a motley grouping of humans, tieflings, dwarves, pretty much any race you can think of. They probably have one of. The city of Sigil is a vast and exotic place. And these people stand ready to defend their lord. They're mostly concentrated to the front. That doesn't mean that they've neglected, like, the back side of the tower. There's still some guards there, but they're largely concentrated at the front door. There's no less than 50 of these guards in front of you.
I mean, if we want to light the candle, I'm just gonna fireball.
If you want to light the candle, you can. For this, I'm not gonna throw down a fucking battle map with 50 fucking guards.
Should we try to just like intimidate them, get out of the way, because like
That is a
it's not worth
possibility.
their lives.
If it goes into you trying to like blast through them, it's a fear of the mind where I'm telling you have to hit a certain damage threshold essentially to pass through them. It's up to you how you would like to do it.
If I were to say, I think we should send Alakul because the paranoia he's like set. Maybe I know like. I'm just saying, if anybody's gonna be intimidating to the people that are getting fear-mongered by, you know, the guy that Sunder's fate or whatever, maybe Alakul can scare the shit out of him.
I don't know if they know that I don't know if there's a way for them to tell that I'm that person.
Maybe he learned to do this fate shit from the queen. Maybe he researched her or something, and maybe he knows that you're one of them, and he's like, "Wow, maybe he's the one doing it."
He doesn't. That's the trick, is they don't. The figure in the book is literally just an ambiguous shadow of a figure.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Otherwise, he
intimidation-
probably would have tried to kill me already.
I think we have a pretty good chance of intimidating them, so we should probably spook them. Go get him,
Yeah.
Henley. Go get him, Bugman.
Alright, are you just approaching to fucking intimidate them?
Yeah, you all only worked for him. Get out of here.
I mean,
You were saying?
I think we just go light the fucking fuse and just blast them.
Also a possibility.
Beaver, you might want to like disconnect and then reconnect and see if it helps.
Yeah, there's like a lot of dead zones in this apartment. This is
Yeah.
bouncing in and out.
Fantastic.
Beaver, did you say you're
Alright.
did you say you're in Tampa? If I drive down to Tampa, can I sleep on your couch and visit Florida?
I mean, the leather couch we got is actually pretty damn comfy. So yeah.
The same way, like, if I drove to Arizona, I could sleep on Connor's couch.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, Colin.
We didn't place him in that field when we Colin.
Since Alakul just said light the candle, I'm just gonna fireball.
Alright.
Let's start out with a 3rd level little baby fireball.
I would like, since we're going blasting the candle route, go ahead and everyone give me an initiative, and I'll go ahead and roll for you, Beaver, since I can just hit your dice button.
I want to try to talk to him.
Awesome.
You can go try. We were
We
waiting
haven't
for
ever-
somebody
we
to do it.
Yeah, and then Nick said no, wait, and then started talking, and I was waiting for him to finish, and then as soon as Nick said I think we should blast them, you said all right, blast them.
Well, we haven't done anything yet. We can still
No,
in
it's like
initiative
Colin
talk
was
to
sitting there talking. We were just waiting for someone else to do something.
I'm going ahead and putting everyone in initiative.
That's fine.
If people want to wait, if
That's
it
fine,
gets
yeah.
to you, Henley, you can try to intimidate them, but people said we start blasting, so...
That's what I'm saying. Nick, we were wait. You said that he said that me and Nick go forward, and I said okay, let's start intimidating them. Nick said wait 1 second. And he said we should blast them, and then he
And I
started
didn't
talking.
say I go forward. I said I think we should just blast them.
Yeah,
Tommy
I
said that you and I should go forward. So Tommy said. And I said okay, and then you said wait, I think we should blast them. Then Tommy went blast them. So like I didn't have time to even respond to that.
Well,
I feel like there was a huge dead air where Colin was just talking
There was
nonsense
a-
about
Yeah,
getting to
because we started
Florida.
talking to Beaver.
if you,
Yeah.
Because Nick said we should blast them. Hey Beaver, fix your mic.
if it,
Hey, everybody.
if it gets to your
everybody
turn
just
and
drop it.
nobody's blasting them, then you get to talk
Yeah,
to
or
them.
just everybody drop initiative below Henley and let him do it.
I mean, technically, people can just delay their turns.
That's
Yeah.
alright. My initiative is only 7.
It shouldn't be adding that much to my initiative.
Yeah.
My initiative is not plus 16.
It is now.
God damn.
Good lord.
Okay.
Yeah,
there
I
you go.
guess.
See,
Oh,
you're perfect.
sounds good,
Take it.
bucko. Looks like
Yeah.
I always go first.
Also, Henley.
What's your initiative?
My
On
initiative
D&D Beyond.
modifier is plus 5 on D&D Beyond.
Let's see if I
So I should have a
re-import it.
20.
Or whatever. But don't you have a feat that increases your
I don't.
I thought you
think
had
I have
alert.
feet.
There's
alert.
one that does it
I,
based on charisma, but his charisma's like nothing.
Yeah, that's my rogue thing.
Well, I re-imported your character and it gave it a plus 11 instead of a plus 16, but I don't know if that's right either.
That is. Let's see. I have.
Is it trying to give him
Observe,
like
not alert.
expertise or something?
I don't think you can have expertise in initiative, can you?
I mean, so
Well,
they
they
use
did
it
say
too,
he
yes.
They did say he has alert, which does give plus 5 to initiative.
Yeah.
Do I have? Because it's not
Yes.
showing alert on my fucking D&D Beyond character sheet.
Oh, well then, I thought you
We
said...
talked about you having it though.
I have observant.
Oh. Well, damn, I don't know then.
Ooh.
All right. Well, Connor tries to figure out his character sheet. What are we doing?
You are second on initiative, so if
I
Alakul
know, Nick's
just,
first.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm gonna hold my action because I'm
I
not
say,
gonna
I'm-
cast a spell that does anything like that.
Yeah, I would say I'm the AoE guy, so you have until it gets to me. So yeah, if you want to intimidate him on your turn, go for it, dude.
All right.
Where am I in the order?
You're after Henley, so you're like 3rd.
Alright.
Okay.
It's adding your proficiency bonus to your initiative, which is what it's doing. So I removed it, and now it's normal. Although I do need to add you back to the initiative, so I'll have to... Oh wait, I accidentally deleted your fucking token. That's the fucking problem.
Oh my god, Alicool is dead.
He's just blinking in and out of existence.
Make sure. Okay.
Like Back to the Future when you don't have your dad. fuck
You
your
over
mom.
here just wantonly killing people.
All right. Now roll initiative again, and it should work. I think because it's got the +5 that is on the thing.
That's a very different number, Nick.
I mean, yeah, because I rolled a 4 instead of a 19.
All right.
Nah.
There are like 50 guards that are arrayed in front of you, and you are a meager party of technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because Klaus has not revealed himself yet.
Amazing.
And yet, you know, you bear weapons that of incredible power. You know that these guards are a speed bump for you, Henley, as you stride forward.
I just walk up to him and I'm like,
Conqueror
guys, we have no reason to fight you. You can just let us through.
You
Like,
can
it's not worth your lives.
you can roll a intimidation check.
Oh boy, it's
Now,
a -1.
Yellow, yeah, you only work
I will
for
say,
it.
I will say, it is not currently.
That's a 2.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice.
okay.
They do not
I-
see. Almost. You hear a loud chuckle.
Can I not get an advantage because Klaus can be within them, just throwing dissent, being like, maybe we should?
Uh,
I mean, I'm gonna be using my turn to intimidate myself.
I mean, okay.
But I mean, I will be backing you up.
I will say, the people have a DC or have initiative 20 base, so they go before you, Klaus.
Never
Okay.
mind.
They do not seem even remotely intimidated by you. As you see, they're an array of 50 versus fucking 5. Outnumbered 10 to 1. You can hear Cramp with the K says, "Go, boys!" as they surge forward.
Well, wait. If it's still my turn, that's only my action. I use my bonus action to rage.
Alright.
Cowabunga it is.
Cowabunga it is, I guess, then.
I mean, I figured.
The unga,
I tried.
you bunga. You did.
Like I said, that might be currently in their state of 50 or outnumbered 10 to 1. They don't seem particularly compelled by your argument of step to the side or else we'll kill you.
I would think it's really silly that intimidation is like solely based off charisma.
I mean, you could have done something to make it strength-based, but you just walked up and tried to talk to him, so...
I'm saying in general though, for like D&D, it's kind of silly. That's like,
Well, that's the point of, like it could be a strength-based charisma check, or a strength-based intimidation check if you do something strength-based. Like, if you had tried to wrestle Cramp with a
Beat
K...
your chest and roar.
If you had tried to
I'm
wrestle
saying
Cramp with a
I'm
K...
saying baseline, that it's like just charisma is silly.
But they're gonna, on initiative count 20, the people surge forward. So like I said, this is an obfuscation. Theater of the mind, so they are going to attack on a, as they swarm the group, it is going to be a randomly decided on a D6.
It's all gonna be me. Let's go.
I'm going, well no. I have to look at my fucking D6. Alright. They are going to attack. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. Klaus does not count. So it's a D5. Or a D10. No, just divided by 2. Alright. Aruna, are you with the group? Or did you hang back? I mean, it doesn't
Listen.
matter. I'm rolling a D10, a D5 essentially to see who they attack, and they rolled a 1. And Aruna, you're the first on over here.
If it makes any difference, Colin, I probably got caught up in all the confusion talking about football and Beaver's internet, but I do ride around on my broom.
They have ranged weapons, unfortunately.
That's fine. But yes, I'm a little bit back, but I am in the air. So that is what it
But
is.
I rolled basically a D5, and I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from basically what you see on the screen, Aruna to read, and like I said, Klaus has not revealed himself, so
That's fine. It is
They
what it
are going to fire shots up at you.
is.
In this case, they don't roll an attack roll. They just, because I'm not rolling fucking 50 attacks, they do an assumed amount of damage. You take 20 points of damage.
Oh, Colin, not rolling all your rolls. No.
Like I said, I'm not rolling 50 attack rolls. There's a good chance that 50 attack rolls versus you, Aruna, would do a lot more than 20 points of fucking damage.
Oh, that is exceedingly true. Hell yeah.
Cool.
okay.
Well, Aruna's dead.
Yep.
I just get lit up and then fall down to the ground and break my neck.
It is going to go to Klaus.
Alrighty. So
You're
I know I said I
you're
was gonna use it to
yeah.
intimidate, but
You are currently
don't-
unknown, essentially. You're an unknown.
yeah, I'm still like disguised as a guard.
And one was like, "Wait a
Um,
second, you didn't fire your bow at the fucking elf up in the sky."
You're right,
Yeah.
I didn't. And I'm going to throw the Eye of Vecna's needle, motherfucker, into the ground, and summon zombies in like a line around me. Or not around, like next to me, 2 by 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to tell them, you should have taken the offer to run.
All right.
And I'm going to use a bonus action for, I'm going to use sorcery points. I don't know if I have Fireball. I do not have Fireball, but I do have Haste. I'm going to cast Haste on... Who is that cool at the top of the list, or,
He's towards the
Fine.
bottom.
Near the bottom.
Alright, I'll cast Haste on Alan Cool.
All right. You hold your hand out, and immediately you can feel yourself growing in speed.
Oh boy, I'm a fast one.
He's a fast boy.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Anything else?
And then I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use my movement to like back up and get like some distance between the zombies and the guards.
All right.
So I'm
you do,
actually be towards the direction of the door of the tower. So
yeah,
I
but
think I'll probably just,
you do reveal yourself. However, you're immediately protected by a swarm of zombies that just reach up and start grappling with the guards as panic begins to spread through them. Anything else from Klaus?
that's it for this round.
It will go to Venta.
Alrighty. I am going to use a 3rd level spell slot. And I'm going to cast Melf's Minute Meteors.
Wow.
MILF
I'm going-
meteors.
Yep.
Hell
and
yeah.
I'm going to use a
Hell
bonus
yeah.
action.
We call them kidney
Wait a minute.
stones.
No, the fuck we don't.
How do you know, Nick? You're on MILF.
You don't know that. I could have a child.
He might be one day.
They
She
hit
might be
in
one day.
little-
Sorry about
As a bonus action, each of your turns thereafter, you can spend 1 or 2 of the meteors, sending them streaking toward a point or points you choose within 120 feet of you. Okay. Once it touches the destination, Pexile surface, meteor explodes within 5 feet of the point. So I guess little 9 or 3 by 3 squares.
Yep.
2 of those into the guards.
Yep.
And that's 2d6 fire damage.
Hell yeah. Blast him.
9 damage.
All right. Meteors rain down into the in amongst the guards as basically 2 meteors pierce straight through the hearts of the guards. They collapse on the ground dead.
Lovely. And that's my turn.
All right, Aruna. Oh wait, no, never mind. I imagine your initiative bonus. Oh no, it's not. Fuck, your initiative bonus is real fucking low. Technically, Krant with a K goes before you, as he's the only named person in here. He gets his own initiative on 10. He is going. He cannot reach you, so he's going to roll once again a 1 through 5 on the people on the ground.
No, it'd be 6 now because I'm revealed.
Nope, Aruna doesn't count because he can't reach him.
Oh, okay.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reed. Cramp with a K is going to run forward and attack you. As he brings his club down on the ground, it slams. It is a 26 versus armor class.
That'll hit.
You take 12 points of damage. It's not a lot of damage, just like some annoying.
Owie.
It's like some annoying damage, but this is not meant to be like a big problem. But Cramp with a K rushes forward and brings his club down on initiative 10. And then it goes to Aruna.
Kerchow, level 3 fireball. I'm gonna try to hit Krampus with the K if I can.
That's
without
fair. Like I
hitting
said, they're a
Kramps.
big old group. Technically,
Yeah.
he's right next to him, but I imagine you can probably finagle in a way.
Probably shoot it up in the air. a
He'd
little
be like right at the edge of it.
bit. Ooh, that's pretty good
You
for a third level.
You incinerate a large group of them as they burn away as the guards are basically a conflagration of a pillar of fire rises up from the very ground itself and incinerates a half dozen of these guards.
Cool. Yeah, I'll fly a little bit closer, like I'm pressing the advantage. I'm not gonna try to intimidate him because that's not exactly my shtick, but I will move in the direction.
All right,
A little bit.
it goes to Alec Cool.
Well. Guess. God. I'm retarded and thought that was an alien. I'm just going to attack the group, I guess. Actually, no. I will attack Cramp with a K.
All right, mighty giant. He has suffered some damage from fireballs, so, and the meteors. Technically, it's like group damage, so.
Why won't it let me just roll the fucking mantis claw? Whatever.
I is going to cut you up, me Smith.
25 to hit with the mantis claw.
That will absolutely hit.
For 9 points of damage, and then I got my sneaky attack, which another 15 points of damage.
All right, you slash you slash 2 of the fingers off Cramp with a K as he howls in pain and says, "No, I can't draw anymore."
Oh no.
I use
What a
my
jackass.
second
Poor Cramp.
action to attack him again. I crit him.
Man, he's
so
gonna.
that's-
He ain't drawing shit now.
No. So that is 16 plus 7, so 23 points of damage.
You, the hand that lost the 2 fingers, you just take the whole hand off as it just shatters away. He says, "Ah!"
Is he still up?
He is still up.
His art career is finished. How will they ever invade
My
Poland?
bonus action to Bloodthirst double daggers.
All right, give him the bloodthirst double daggers.
That's a 29 to hit
It will hit.
for 7 points of damage.
All right, he's still standing, but he's now missing a hand. He's still able to
Damn,
wield
bro.
his club, but there's an entire it's cut off probably from about the elbow actually, as you brought the beautifully curved swords down and then up, completely severed his arm at the elbow.
Oh well, poor guy.
He ain't drawing Orc Smut anytime soon.
Damn shame. I'll take it up for you, buddy. Don't worry.
You know,
I'll-
Vago lost an ear. He'll be okay.
All right, and it will go to Reed then.
All right, I think we've done enough. I mean,
Nah.
they're pretty well decimated at this point. It seems like.
They have taken, like I
Reed-
said, there's quite a few of them that have died. Their biggest, apparently strongest person, well, not necessarily highest ranking, but their strongest is lost a fucking arm.
Yeah, Reed is going to put his hand on his hilt, but shout out to them. We have fought dragons and demons. Your general here lies with one hand left. Do you yield
one arm
or
left?
your lives?
You can roll. Roll a persuasion, but roll it with advantage.
19.
You can see that the giant, cramped with a K, cradles his arm as people sort of move towards him. He cradles it and steps to the side, seemingly cowed by your, or seemingly persuaded by you, as they realize they cannot, just the way you've carved through, like I said, you've killed 10 of them, severed the arm of their strongest champion, understanding that they can't really stand against you, they break and they flee. You
Just
can
like
see
I told these motherfuckers.
they throw the mithril gates open and disappear into the streets of Sigil.
And stay out.
Oh damn! I was gonna tell them to treat their wounded and honor their dead, but okay.
No, they're like fucking like hired mercenaries. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, that went as well as expected.
I mean, it could have been
Better
worse.
When she mans the door and make sure that what's his name?
You took,
Esteban
I would
doesn't
say, you
drop
took a
her.
you took a little bit damage. You spent a couple spell slots, but you know, they flee. About 40 men just scatter. Now, the central spire stands before you, now unguarded physically. There's no guards on it, but you understand that the magical wards remain intact. What would you like to do?
Ask
Aruna,
Aruna to
you know
disable it.
anything about that?
I mean, can Aruna disable it? Because if so, just have her do that and we walk in.
Aruna
take a sip of my
can
coffee.
disable the magical wards. That's gonna be another at least 6th level spell slot.
I don't know. Did Klaus find anything else while he was in there about how to disable it or no?
Yes,
No,
that is. If you want to, if you want to,
there are
if you want to go through the
Does
door,
respect.
it is a 9th level spell slot. If you want to go through the fold, it is if you want to disable the magic on the fold, it's a 6th level spell slot. Plus, someone needs to be able to break the stone or meld the stone. Like I said, the tower itself is technically an encounter, so.
Reed just looks at the ward and says, "Yes, this rune is a rune."
I'm gonna tell one of the zombies to try and open up the door and stand far enough back from it. I just want to see what's happening.
As it
Or what
goes through the door,
happened?
as soon as it places its hand on the handle, it just gets disintegrated.
Oh, okay. So let's not open the door until we figure that out. That's
How many? Wait, how many
That's a no.
zombies you got left, Klaus?
3.
I look at the door and I go bibbity bobbity boo, and I like show my fingers out. I go, now try it.
I'm gonna send another zombie up.
Would you be surprised the same thing happens?
Oh well.
You're a
I
terrible magician.
I tried, guys. That was maybe I was secretly a wizard. How was I supposed to know? you never know till you try. I sit
I'm
down
gonna
and
point.
sulk a little bit.
I'm gonna point Aruna's attention to the fold and like if you should punch through here. I can use well let's move the stones. That might be able to work. Or we can just fireball it. That'd probably be the more fun option.
Kill them all.
I mean,
Okay.
it's a rock like building.
Yeah, kill the rock building.
All right, but what?
Yes.
Like I said, if you try to tear down the building, a disintegration spell is cast on you. So the zombies pretty quickly, any attempts they do to open the door, break it down, just ends with them as dust.
All right. Well, I've got 2 zombies left.
Is Cramp with a K still sitting over there with his one arm?
God no, he ran.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I wish he was, because then I would have had one of the zombies like tear off
Maybe
the
we
form.
should've-
Like, here you go.
Maybe
We should
we
use
should
the
have
arm to
kept
open the
one
door.
to ask.
Well, duh.
What would you like to do? You can try to disable the front door with an 8th level spell slot, but it will take an Arcana check. Which you know you're good at. Otherwise, you can cast. I mean, it would be another 6th level spell, so technically you have to use a 7th level spell slot to disable the fold. To allow access to either break into the tower or to mold earth the tower, to just mold the earth away.
It's looking like I'm gonna
Like I said,
burn some more
I said
spell
the
slots.
tower itself is technically an encounter. It's meant to take resources, essentially.
My spell slots.
Yeah, well, I tried my magic. It didn't work.
It's okay. Did you take your shirt off and the tower didn't let you in?
I could try that. I take my shirt off as and flex. The tower let us in.
No.
Oh well.
Okay.
I sit down and go. Adelaide told me my abs are magic.
I mean, she did. Just because
Okay.
you can moisten her doesn't mean you can moisten the stone of the tower.
It was worth a
Alright.
try.
Oh,
It's up to you how you want to go about it.
I mean, I think time is of the essence, and there's not really a faster alternative to get us inside. So we're gonna breach bang and clear 7th level.
All right, you
Rip a hole open.
rip a hole open. That completely negates the magical wards on the stone tower.
Go 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 go.
I mean, you can't say go, go, go. Someone still has to either break in the tower or mold earth the tower.
Yeah. Henley smash.
Yep.
I mean, it
that
seems
is what I'm
it seems
going.
like
Well, I can
I
I like use mold earth on like the grout and then have
yes.
Henley like shoulder charge.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
Awesome. Breaching clear.
I pick up Cramp's fist and I use it like a battering ram. His arm.
Good lord.
All right, you mold earth to weaken the beautiful sort of tower, and Henley charges forward as you collapse into the Cold Forge.
Is that an Oni Lord?
Oh my god.
We're in the Cold Forge again? Oh no.
As you can see, Henley, even though he breaches
both
so
my
he
characters are
passes into a blackened void and collapses into it. As Henley, you find yourself in a familiar locale, one you haven't seen for a long time. The Cold Forge, the very place that you fought the Redeemer, the very place where the invasion of Black Everfrost began so long ago, many, many months ago at this point. Technically, out of game time, years ago. And there, where previously there was a statue, rests an Oni sitting upon a throne. As each of you sort of files in, he sort of frowns and he says, I should have known better than to expect that you would take the bait.
Look, no one said we were smart.
That's, the caravan was actually an attempt to bait you out. He was not in it. There was a corpse wrapped in tapestry. Basically, and there was a note that said, "I see you" on it.
Well, guys, we can take solace knowing that we picked the right choice.
There wasn't a right or wrong choice, technically.
Hey, Lamau.
Shh, Colin. Shh.
Henley sees this. Did you say? I apologize.
You can
I
see
pulled
We
a
all
Connor.
see it.
he
Okay, cool.
has at his side a large spool of thread that ends in a needle that's roughly 1 foot long.
Damn.
As he sort of frowns and he says, "I always knew you would come. Was ever destined to be."
Say something cool.
Um,
I meant
It's
Alec.
Alec Cool to say something
Hey,
cool.
guys.
It's his story.
Exactly.
I agree. I agree, Alec. Cool. Bang, crash, beer cans.
Yeah.
Just say something in your own language and pretend it was something cool. We won't be able to know.
I mean,
But he's
that's
telepathic.
true. I am telepathic. Colin, I telepathically tell him you've tempered with fate for too long, and I will take the thread back for my lady.
Then you will die trying. As suddenly the thread shoots out. It's not really a single thread as so much from the spool. Threads fire out to each of you as one lances itself into Klaus's chest, Arunit's chest, Henley's chest, Ventus' chest, and Reed's chest, and one lances out towards you, Alec Cool, as it, you can see it slams straight into your chest, and you can feel yourself pulled. But these are the same threads, the very same threads that previously, that you saw connected him to all the other people. A thread that you know how to sever, and that you can sever. As you can feel yourself sort of getting woozy, your eyes beginning to dim, as you bring the mantis claw across your chest and slash straight through it as you sever yourself from the thread. However, the others are unable to do so as they are yanked by a thread. I'm gonna just yank them to these pillars, but they're sort of yanked to the pillars and bound.
Oh man, you gotta fight the boss by yourself.
However, you are able to sever the thread. As you can see, he stands there, as he sort of slowly stands up, he basically spins the thread around like, a whip or some sort of, how like Go-Go wields that sort of ball and chain and fucking Kill Bill? He wields it like that. As he stands before you and says, "I always knew you would come."
And you knew then that you would lose.
He sort of smiles and he says, "I'm far more powerful than you are." And he is a big, terrifying boy.
But I still have fate on my side.
But I will say, like I said, standing there, let me go ahead and draw
Nick's
some.
like, then that's the heart of the cards.
Heart of the cards, boys. I'm gonna draw lines from here.
All my homies love the heart of the cards.
There are lines of fate that are drawn to each of your party members. And I'm even going to, since I'll say Karakwa's be there. If, like I said, if you go into Karakwa's fate, you can tell him what you see next week.
Okay.
Who's Karak?
Not Ito, though.
But like I said, they're the very same lines that you've severed.
Does he make a move to do anything?
He just laughs at you. I will let you, as he sort of says, you will fall. You will die. And we will know who is the truest champion of fate. That's not. I dragged 2 Klauses. Karakwa. No.
They all start with K's.
They all start with K's.
Champion
But
fight.
you don't have to like choose whoever's closest. I will let you choose. He just is taunting you. I will let you choose anyone that you can start with. Now I will tell you the mechanic is whoever you start with, they follow you on your journeys into other people's fates.
Okay.
Ooh.
And not every fate. There's some fates that are fights. There are some fates that are role playing. It's different depending on the fate.
I'm just gonna do Aruna first
All right.
Why would you pick that one?
because
Henley scoffs. I thought we were friends.
Let's go.
Aruna can do magic, and neither of you two can.
I just told you my abs are magic.
That's gonna be the worst one to do, though. She's so traumatized.
All right.
No, Max,
Yeah.
it might be good. It's the opposite. It's a
And
different
now,
fate.
now,
It could
now I'm
be
gonna
better.
ask: would you like everyone to hear these fates, or would you like to personally know them? Because it's individual. Like as you pull people through, it's gonna be individual for each person.
I don't mind
it-
people knowing mine.
Like I say, it's not that big a deal to transfer to a like Aruna's planning room if you want to do that.
If
Yeah,
this is
no,
the-
I think
If this is gonna be going on for a while, it would really suck to sit here for like an hour or two.
That's
in
why
silence and
that's
feel
why
like
you
you're
can
Yeah.
that's why you can browse Reddit or something, you know.
You know what I'm saying, Colin.
Like, but it's up to you.
We need more NFL draft posts.
I think it would be cooler if only me and the person knew.
I
but if
think, like I said, I
everyone
think
else-
it's fine if only, like I said, you can fucking browse fucking Reddit or something. Because not all of them are going to be long. Some of them are going to be pretty short. Some of them are going to be pretty straightforward.
Yeah, we'll do the rooms, and if
I'll go
and if
ahead
anyone-
and tell you, Aruna's is the one that's short.
If anyone gets to the point where they're like, "I'm tired of waiting," I will either do you next, or we will.
That is true. Like I said, you're
Plus-
able to choose
Plus, the room
order.
will the room will grow every person we get.
That is
Yeah.
true.
So
That's what I'm saying. It really only sucks if you're like last.
But it should
Yeah.
go pretty fast.
Last and
All right,
dodgeball
all right.
weekend.
Aruna's Moonwell, go. All right,
Man,
give
it's-
me
it's-
1 second.
I can't wait for this me to have 3 arms. That's just all my fate is. Oh no! I'm the fucking.
Your
Lich
altered
King.
fate is actually the same, but you're a boy.
That's
Damn
why
it.
I'm actually
It all
kind of
comes back to it.
I'm actually kind of happy that we have less people because I can just pull to less scenes. Alec, cool. You rush to Aruna as she's bound to the pillar, and you bring the mantis claw down onto the thread. And instead of severing it completely, you actually find yourself as it wraps itself around the sword and yanks you forward. As you find yourself pulled from the cold forge to the moonlit throne, the throne of the Winter Court, as you see what fate could have been for Aruna if she had followed what her father wanted, if she had become the actual heir apparent, or well, she was the heir apparent, if she hadn't sort of rejected that. Aruna sits on an icy throne, her belly swollen with child. Great bindings of iron rise up and wrap themselves around her arms. Aruna, your eyes flutter open, and you find yourself a creature of 2 worlds. There are the vague world. In the back of your mind, you can feel the memories of the true memories that you have as Aruna. But you are the monarch of the Winter Court.
Mhm.
You're You have undergone the steps of the Gloom Sacrament. Only one remains to give birth under crimson starlight, and it grows nearer.
Okay. So do I have control? Like my body's.
You currently have
normal?
no control.
Can I?
You
Can I
can
use my mind effectively?
not currently. We'll have to see what Alakul does.
Okay, cool.
There is a gloaming presence behind you, a familiar presence. One that accompanies both fate, both sides of fate. That of the laughing, toothless visage of Baba Yaga, who passes between both timelines, both fates, who would affect both differently, and yet she remains. The moonlit king on one side, Baba Yaga on the other. As Alakul, you can actually almost see them in silhouette beside her as she sits on this frozen throne bound by ice. And then amongst the steps of the throne, you can see basically you can see brown and yellow and orange leaves, as well as what appears to be beautiful sort of blooming flowers around the base of this throne that she's bound to. This is symbolism, I promise you.
I'm literally bound. So
She is literally
I'm just
bound to the throne by ice.
I'm living in the moment. I'm taking it in.
So, do I have normal control over myself?
You have completely. Were able to, as you suspect, as a champion of fate, and like I said, you were able to sever the cord that he tried to bring you. You have complete control over yourself.
Okay. Aruna, can you speak? Like, is she able to?
You
Speak
can,
for me.
Aruna, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy. There's my sheet. Where's my saving? God damn it! I'm so used to Pathfinder. I'm very confused.
Don't worry, we'll get there one day. Oh boy, you can see her struggle against the bindings, but she cannot speak.
Okay.
Perhaps the most important thing to gather of that is there was an attempt.
Well, that I can at least presume that she can hear me. I'm gonna go up with the mantis claw and try and cut it or break the chains.
All right, roll an attack roll for me.
That is a 31.
And easily, like I said,
Damn.
I imagine at this level you'd have to roll a 1 to really, technically a 2. But you slam through the chains as you sever her free from the ice throne, the throne of the moonlit court. She crumples forward, but as you reach her, the visage, those sort of silhouettes of the moonlit king and Baba Yaga almost give way as a figure looms larger. Aruna, you sort of are able to come to your senses, cast away from the actual winter throne. But where you're, like I said, on the ice throne, on the winter throne, seeing a different side of fate, you did not lose an arm. But the arm that you lost is held as your father reaches out and grabs it. And he is going to make an attack roll against you, Aruna. That is a 23 versus armor class.
There is 0 I can do about that.
You take 24 points of cold damage as your father reaches out and grabs you and tries to yank you back, saying, "You were the heir! You were supposed to raise this family into greater lengths! You were the chosen one. You're the one who should have sat on this throne. You're the one who should have partaken of the Gloom Sacrament. You are the disappointment!"
So I've kind of regained my senses, right?
Yes, once you were freed, you were
Okay.
you were able to
So
regain your senses.
in this line of fate, I imagine I am the wielder of that intellect forged moonlit blade, right?
You are indeed.
I am going to, if it's not currently on my person, do some Thor shit or manifest it, and I will cut off his arm.
It sits to the side of the throne, the Crescent Mage Blade. As you reach over and grab it, it is a two-handed sword, and when you grab it, you feel powerful. An upwelling of incredible power. As you turn to your father and realize just what a pitiful and weak creature he has become compared to you.
Mhm.
Compared to what you could have been if you had walked this road. The Crescent Mage Blade comes down and severs your father's arm completely as he staggers backward, howling in pain. And you stand over him as he clutches the bleeding arm, begging for mercy, for you to not deliver the final blow. You hear a voice in your head. A high, old, raspy voice that says, "Do it. What is he to you?" Do you finish him off?
I don't. I will definitely stay the blade.
Alright. You stay the blade. And the vision fades. As Aruna, you are yanked away from the fate that could have been. The fate of if you hadn't followed your path, if you hadn't grabbed your father's items and wands and staves, if you hadn't lost your arm, if you had done exactly what your father would have wanted, if you had undertaken this perilous journey that he wanted you to take, and at the same time you learned something. This is the journey that Sarune has undertaken. Your this beloved sister, this sister that you, like I said, she's beloved. One time innocent, now she has walked this very path. It's the path that she is on. Path that she has followed.
I think you've inadvertently answered my question. I was going to ask, do I have memories of doing that? Since this is like a peek into
It remain, memories remain of this
Okay,
fate.
so I will know of the sacrament.
Yes.
And then of what the weapon does. Okay.
Yes,
That's what I was
do
gonna
know.
ask.
Like I said, and you haven't really learned it. You know the last part of the Gloom Sacrament was to
Yeah.
give birth under Crimson Starlight is the name.
Yeah, but I know. Okay.
But the weapon, whenever you grabbed it, you felt invincible. And you do know it's a two-handed sword, which is pretty cool
Yes.
for a mage. So,
Yeah! I throw up the horns.
all right, but the two of you emerge, and we can go back to the place.
Yeah.
All right. Let me erase the line that is between Alakul or the Oni and Aruna, you sort of come to yourself as the thread that was wrapping itself around Aruna, like I said, you finish severing it, breaks away. As Aruna, you come to your senses. You see you're in the Cold Forge.
Well,
I just let Alakul lead the charge.
Like I said,
I'm
there-
still kind of like.
I will
zoned
say
out
you don't have to go to like the closest. You can choose any of them.
I will not. I get up to, up here near all the rest of them, and I cut Henley's.
All right. Let me quickly.
I'm gonna be AFK for just a couple minutes. Just let
If I should have done mine last thing, it might be a fight.
All
bet
of
here's
you
gonna be a
Henry's
fight.
hunting lodge.
I don't know. It might be.
All right, let me
That's
just
why I
ask my wife something. I'll be here.
All right.
If anyone's gonna be a fight, it'd probably be mine. So that's why I was thinking you should probably do mine last to get everybody else's.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. I gotta go pee, so I'll let you think about it. But I gotta go pee real fast.
So I don't have to leave, or don't have to get up for a couple minutes.
I don't know. It says
Yeah.
I'm loading, so
I'm loading.
Yeah.
So Shelby was gonna give me a little extra moolah to help her sand her dice that she's been making, and I sanded it so hard I fucked it up. I'm too strong, boys.
Wow. Way to go.
Eh,
You ruined your wife's nice work.
that's true.
You should feel terrible. You stepped on her art.
Okay, do you want? Okay. Dom and Hose.
I love Diamond Hose.
no, you don't.
What do you know?
You told me before. You're like, I hate Dominoes.
Did I?
Yeah.
I told you whether I was a Dom or a sub.
No, Nick. I said he's talking about He's talking about Domino's.
Yeah, I know what he
restaurant.
was talking about. That was the joke, you shithead.
I know. I said you hate Domino's. I wasn't. Wait.
And I was talking about
What are we
dominating
talking about?
hoes.
What are we talking about? What are we
I
talking
think first off, I think you're a sub. But like that's beside the point.
That is
Have you ever
none of your
talked-
business. sir.
Have you
Wait,
ever
no,
talked to Nick?
because I didn't
How do
say.
you know?
All right.
I'm not,
know.
a-
Have you
no,
ever-
I'm not asking you. I said I
I'm
think you are.
Fucking back.
What would you
The
do?
point is,
Look-
shut up, Max. Shut up, everyone. The
God
point
damn it.
is,
Dude, you missed the point to use it.
shut the fuck up, Connor. Shut the fuck up, Connor.
I forgot about this.
The point is, oh my god, it seems like, it almost feels like this has been planned out, as if I've carefully thought about this for the past, like, 2 months. what
Almost as
this
carefully
means.
curated as Connor's Island.
Yeah, as the
That's not true. Connor didn't carefully curate this. You already know I've spent so much time thinking about what this campaign is supposed to mean. Symbolism. and-
Messing with
Just
you, Colin,
think
damn.
how much Colin
All right,
has
but no.
curated that he reused an old map and used the frozen.
The whole
throne
point is
for
that the whole
Warcraft.
point is you go back to
my
the
God.
Cold Forge, because when you went through the door, technically when you went through the door or the building, you went to an important time in fate. That was the Cold Forge. This was the point in which the fucking you chose between the Redeemer and the King of Black Everfrost. You chose the King of Black Everfrost when you killed the Redeemer.
Shit.
Otherwise, it
Oh,
would have been
shit.
the Redeemer as the final bad guy.
I'm just kidding, Colin. I was just kidding.
All right. So you
so
you go to Henley. Is that
Yes.
the all right? You
Yes.
We need his abs.
see
It's true.
you
magic.
bring the actual hand down. Hold on, let me grab all the tokens that I need.
It jokes on you. I'm actually Hercules. You can't cut the string.
Let me
Oh,
let me
no.
actually
Sorry, Huncules.
all right. As you sever go the all right, I'm gonna if you are not Henley, Elkul, and Aruna, feel free to take a break. It is a combat.
Told you.
Yay,
Made
more break.
What break's happening?
If you're not Henley, Elkul, or Aruna, the people that have been freed, take a break. It is
Oh.
it is a combat that he's been pulled into.
yeah.
Elkul,
I'm gonna make a sandwich.
you bring Aruna into what is to Henley a familiar night, a night of falling stars, a night in which, what if he wasn't the one to kill Steinhertz? What if someone else did?
Are we switching now?
Hold on, let me actually,
Oh,
let me preload the scene, because currently we're not in the fight. We're in the Wilderstadt. And I actually have, like I said, I loaded up, I even took the time to load up the landscape.
Ooh,
That's not what I was thinking you're going to do, Colin.
What would you think I was gonna do? I would say
My future-
the pivotal
What?
point of your life was if you killed Steinhertz. You would never have gone on this journey if you hadn't killed
Oh.
Steinhertz.
I was going to say the future, but I don't marry Adelaide.
Nope.
ooh,
This
sick.
is it, because marrying Adelaide doesn't happen if you don't kill Steinhertz, because you never arise amongst
That's
the
true.
poorest of the population.
That's true.
Do you think that that guy that's in the frame there, like at the post, he just sees these giant tokens of magical adventures appear, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?"
I hope so.
I hope so too.
All right. Alec Cool.
They all moved to the hunting lodge.
Yes, they are. Oh wait, I pulled everyone to Wilderstadt. Well, you know what? That's fine. Everybody can fucking see it. I will go to the hunting lodge.
Yeah. All right.
Lou.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you losing weight. Good for you.
Oh, thank you.
Didn't-
This-
It's,
It's
if
not.
Alright.
It's
I
not
had
about
been-
what has happened. It's what your life would be like if the thing didn't.
It
happen.
is what would your life be like if it did not happen?
Yeah, but that's
My
what,
life be like-
that's what I was saying. So if mine didn't happen, but I asked Tommy when his didn't happen, he told me that like it never. It made it sound like that situation never
Yeah.
came up.
For Aruna's life, it's what if she didn't rebel against her dad? What if she didn't take that spell book?
Oh, okay.
What if she didn't lose her arm? What if she had
If
just
I
done what her
was-
father wanted and become
Yeah.
this, which would have meant her? I mean, she would have become the consort of the Moonlit King. She would have had the child. She would have undergone the Gloom Sacrifice, the very same thing that her sister has undergone. But the point is that Sarune was a beloved sister. Sarune was the sister that was close to Runa. And now she is seeing just how her father's ambitions have warped Sarune. That's the point. And she remembers that. She understands that. That these fate memories don't leave you. You remember them.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Sorry. So we can move on to Henley, so I don't forget to ask.
Yes.
Was even at that point, was it I felt like I was enjoying it and it's what I wanted, or was it just I've been forced into this and it all sucks? Because I know for the context or like the situation for the encounter, me being bound makes sense, but was it?
You wanted it.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Okay, now we're good.
All right.
Colin, I have to know. Is Lou gonna find out that who Reed's sister is?
Yes. Yes. I have.
Oh
I
my
have.
God.
I have the carnival and the carnival grounds all loaded up. They're already pre-made maps, so he will learn that indeed, finally, he will. If Lou doesn't understand, he will understand now.
I can't wait because I was already gonna pick Lou as last. Now everyone's gonna know.
If you want to,
to,
if you want to pick Lou, you can. He is. It is
Do
the.
that.
He would be part of
Last.
the carnival. But the point is,
Last.
the point is,
Yes, we
I
gotta
was
save
hoping-
Henley.
Henley,
from
you
his
are.
happy fate.
In regards to the town of the settlement, the village of Wilderstadt, your family, the Zweisenkind family, is at the bottom of the barrel.
Yep.
And whenever you set out on the night of falling stars to bag the biggest game, it is not you that bags it. It is
The other guy, the guy with the spear.
Not quite. It is actually
No.
someone who vaguely you feel as a friend. It is Crowder
Oh man.
who bags it. Someone that you can vaguely feel was an ally in another life.
Am I? Is like it just happened, or I'm there? Like, what's the situation?
The two of you. Well, I said I just kind of have the general sort of scene so I can pull you away. I actually have the actual fight scene.
Okay.
On the night of falling stars, you find yourself lacking. You find that Crowder is always one step ahead. And there's something in your mind that tells you that this should be someone that you're friendly with, and yet there's the air of competition. There's a hatred that roils up in you. And you pass by mundane game. You pass by hares. You pass by doe. And for a moment you pause to look at a mighty moose, and yet you feel there is something more worthwhile out there. You can hear the crackle of lightning and the stamp of hoofbeat. As you, and I guess technically your group, have to land. God damn it! Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
Oh, that's where we fought the dragons.
Ignore the map I threw you to.
Alright, I haven't been looking at it, so.
Yeah, ignore it. Alright, you pull yourself. Like I said, this is just like I said, it is a reused map. Like I said, this is the map you actually fought the spiders on that had the spider webs all across it.
I thought it was the dragon one. My bad.
But you have to defeat Steinhertz and land the killing blow before Crowder does. Pull in my Crowder token. Alright. And he's on this side. Technically, he's up here. But Steinhertz is a powerful, terrifying beast. Because I want you to go ahead and roll initiative.
Colin, how much of my class do I have?
All of it. It's you're the same character technically, because
Okay,
you're only in the you're only like the Echo of Fate. You're not actually in that time.
Well, no, I meant my features all stem from.
You
being with
do
Steinhertz,
not
but
you do not have Steinhertz as your companion though.
Well, I get to roll for her though, apparently.
Yeah, I put Steinhertz on there. It's technically Steinhertz is the same token, but I've got I changed it to challenge rating 20. So
She got a 15.
all right, so Steinhertz is pretty good. All right. I will say we are going to start with Alec Cool. Alec Cool.
Yeah.
You and Aruna. So the way that these fate memories work is, until you free them, Alec Cool, technically the person that is in the fate memory that it's part of, like Henley does not currently know that he's part of like some outside memory. He thinks this is reality. He's living in this moment until you Alec Cool free him. That being said, that doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to free him. Right now, Alec Cool is, or Henley is thoroughly convinced that he needs to kill Steinhertz. That he needs to take care of Steinhertz. And so you don't necessarily need to free him, but if you do free him, he regains his memory. But you do have to spend an action to sever the cord. So he understands that he's in a memory.
Okay.
Not a
But as soon
memory.
as I do that-
He's in an alternate timeline, alternate fate.
Yeah, But as soon as I do that, we get pulled out, or we
You
get to
do
the
not
combat?
get pulled out. You do have to do the combat.
Okay.
That being
Well-
said, none of these combats are like wild, you know.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna leave the threat of fate on him for now.
Okay. Henley, you are still convinced that, like I said, we're working in a timeline where Crowder would have technically gotten it, but we're in the scene where Crowder would have gotten it, which is a competition between you and Crowder.
Okay.
And I guess since I'm first, I'm gonna. Holy shit, that bridge is long.
It's a big bridge. I forget what the bridge is called, but I could look it up, but I'm not. But it is that bridge you fought the spiders on.
Guess I'm gonna get to there, and I'm gonna take the dodge action.
All right. It is going to go to Henley Zweisenkin. Your Crowder is a higher ranking family than you. You absolutely want to deny him capturing this boar.
I do not recognize Alakul and Aruna, right?
Nope.
Alright.
I'm a hunter.
Well, I'm going to move.
As far as you're concerned, you're in competition with them.
Well, we recognize they're not from my clan, right?
They are not from your clan.
Well, yeah, I tell them we're interfering, and that this is not their place to be. And I will rage.
Do you like that I made the rain big ol' falling stars for the Night of Falling Stars?
That's really cool.
Cute.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna throw a javelin at Steinhurst. Fucker, my fucking there's my javelins. Javelin.
Smack that bitch with the javelin. Tommy, if I have 6 spears, it's not gay, right?
Man, it's being weird, so I'm have to let it
Probably
PG
not.
beyond. It
Well,
won't let me.
That's
It wouldn't let
fine.
me roll.
That's fine.
on there.
I can roll it for you if you want me to. Because it basically when you bring it up, it brings up attack and damage in the chat box, and if you click attack and damage in the chat box, it will roll the attack and damage.
Oh, that's the damn. Get Colin, do it. It won't. I can't get it to work right. Just roll it.
Just roll on D&D Beyond then.
I did. I'm saying, and it didn't roll like the dice. It rolled like just the damage.
If all right,
Can I get? Yeah, it keeps. It really
Except
keeps rolling
if-
only the damage
if
dice.
you look in Foundry, in the
Uh-huh.
chat box, it says boxes that says attack and damage. If you click on
Oh.
the attack box,
Okay, that's fine. 21 to hit.
21 will hit Steinhertz, even empowered as it is technically.
For 8 damage.
All right, Steinhertz is, like I said, Steinhertz is strong in your fate is, I mean, for the purposes of obviously making it an encounter.
Oh wait, Colin, I forgot. It doesn't add. You're right. So that's 11 damage.
But yeah, obviously for the point of making an encounter, technically Steinhertz in your fate is stronger than like your normal Steinhertz, but I mean you get it, Rick. You understand how the encounters work.
Yeah. So yeah, I was saying I didn't think she had like 80 health.
Yeah.
So
She had,
second-
I mean she doesn't have a lot more health than that. It's supposed to be a pretty minor encounter, so
second javelin, 23 to hit,
it definitely will hit.
and then that's another 14 damage.
All right, good damage as 2 javelins fly into Steinhertz.
All right. That is my turn.
All right, it's gonna go to Steinhertz. With a 15 on initiative. All right, Steinhertz. (20 feet). It'd help if that was the fucking right. Sometimes I really fucking hate the fucking D&D Dion shit, so it's gonna be 3, 1. It's just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, okay. And charge this one. Alright, Steinhertz is going to lower their head and charge forward with crackling tusks. They are going to attack Henley and Alec Cool. Aruna, you are out of range for them to attack.
Well, that's new. She's not electric for me.
Well, in her primal form, she is.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Don't worry. There will be a point, whenever you get to your shit, she will be this primal form. That is part of your final weapon, as Steinhertz also gets upgraded.
Badass.
Alright.
Suicide is badass.
I commit suicide here, so it's okay.
Hell yeah. Backflip
Awesome.
into the river.
I'm supposed to commit suicide here, at least.
Oh yeah, gore yourself.
Yeah, she gores me.
Alright.
Yeah.
Against Henley, it is going to lower its head, and it is going to be a 23 versus armor class.
1 second. I'm gonna try to deflect that with the tail.
That's fine. But she charges to here.
Nope, I got 22.
Alright. She lowers her head, and she actually, like I said, from here to here, like I said, she transforms into a bolt of lightning as she cracks forward. You take, like I said, if you failed, you take 12 points of lightning damage. And I need you to make an athletics saving throw, or no, a strength saving throw. It's a strength saving throw.
And is this a separate roll for me, that 23? Or is it the same?
It'd be a different saving throw. Like I said, it's a different saving throw.
Okay. No, I mean not the saving throw, the to hit thing.
To hit, it's a different roll.
Okay.
Oh, I got advantage on that. I got 29, Colin.
I'd say you don't get knocked off by that.
Okay.
What was Alec Cool's saving throw?
It's a strength save.
Yep, and if you failed your, you are below a 23 armor, like I say, if you are below a 23 armor class, you took, 11 points of lightning damage.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Or, what, I think it was 11 points?
12.
12 points of lightning damage, yeah. That was the roll against armor class. And then it has the chance to push you.
Well, it pushes me. I got a 7.
You are knocked off of the bridge. You fall, and you are technically 20 feet down. Okay, I'm not gonna put you as 20 feet down because that makes you disappear from the map. You have to remember you're 20 feet down as you fall off the bridge and take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
I tell them outsiders aren't supposed to be here. This is dangerous.
That being said, you're trained in acrobatics, so roll an acrobatics check for me.
Okay. 15.
You fail the acrobatics check. You fall prone and take the 10 points of damage.
Dang.
So you're currently prone. All right, that is it for a Steinhertz turn. It's gonna go to Crowder, who's going to 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, He's gonna dash. 15, 20, 25. 40. He is going to dash. And he is going to cast Hunter's Mark on Steinhertz. Aruna, it's you.
Ah, shit. Context clues. It looks like Hanley's got to do the job, right?
It feels like it, yes. I mean, you would know, you would have your knowledge of Henley. You'd know at the end of the day, his fate was that he got Steinhertz.
So, now, question. Is this too metagamey? Is this going to be a resource burner?
Yes.
That's fine.
The whole point is that these are, it's like any dungeon. It's meant to kind of burn resources before you fight a boss, essentially.
Yeah, but I feel like Henley also would not want me to, like, stop Crowder from getting the kill. You know what I mean? That seems not very honorable.
Henley doesn't know anything. All you know is that, well, you don't know that because, Henley is at the lowest point of his life at this point. His family's at the lowest points of their life. Their entire societal structure is built upon who bags the biggest game and the most important game. So this is a hunt that doesn't just improve Henley's life, it improves his entire family's life. Oh boy, it's almost like I have thought about backstories and made entire fucking story arcs around them.
Mm-hmm.
Colin,
Thinking here.
Colin, how many beers is this, buddy?
6.
So Crowder for sure. Okay.
The point is, I like to feel like people realize I do put thought and effort into this.
I did tell you guys not to interfere though, because it's not your place.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do something that's not super interfery, hopefully with you. I will do 3rd level major image. And kind of like coming out of the bushes or some shit down here. I'll make it like there's a big gnarly fuck off like spirit monster animal thing coming out.
Alright.
And it's gonna be like going towards Crowder, so hopefully maybe Crowder will think that's bigger prey, since Henley looks probably focused on fighting Steinhertz.
Well, I'm gonna use the Chain Devil.
Yeah,
Token.
it's whatever.
Yeah.
I want it to be spooky. I want him to be like, oh shit, now that's prey, so he like gets distracted for a second, even if it doesn't work.
Roll and roll an intelligence-based persuasion check.
Okay, so question, Colin.
Yep.
As a bonus action, as a high-level illusionary wizard, I can make that real.
Yes.
Is that gonna change whether I have to do that roll or make it easier?
Roll it with advantage.
Okay. One more time. What was it? Intelligence?
Intelligence-based persuasion check.
Intelligence.
Because I don't feel like you're intimidating him. I feel you're trying to persuade him to
yeah.
go fight that thing.
Okay, cool. I understand.
You know what's fun, Tommy? I found, I went through a closet and I found, like, coats and shirts that are older than I am. Because they're my dad's coats and, like, my dad. So I've got, like, a sweet-ass corduroy jacket that's, like, 40 years old.
Hell yeah. On a side note, I got a 24.
Alright.
Next time your dad comes over, he's gonna ask you for that back.
I don't like to talk to my dad. He's a very conservative Christian. So I don't... I mean, my mom is too, but I live with her, so...
Aren't we all boys?
And I'm... Every time I try to go live on Tommy's couch, he says, I'm tired of putting a picture of my wife on... A tired of picture of you on the back of my wife's head. I can just look at you while I do it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He does seem duly distracted.
Yeah, even if it makes him hesitate for like a round to have
Yeah,
Henley,
chances
get
are
the
he
killing
does
blow.
seem
That's all that
duly
matters.
distracted. Demon is a very enticing thing.
Yeah.
All right, but that with making it an illusion that seems real, he is duly distracted.
Yeah, it's technically real. It just can't hurt him.
Yeah, I know,
The
I understand.
specifics of this spell. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna go get my pizza. BRB.
All right, it goes to the top of the round. Alec, cool, you got knocked off the bridge and you landed prone, because you failed your save.
Mm-hmm. Well, I stand up. I'm gonna go ahead and use bonus action dash. Well, standing up is 5 feet of movement or half my movement?
It's half your movement, unless you have the feat that lets you only spend 5 feet.
I don't think I do. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action dash then, and I'm going to jump up onto the bridge.
It is only 20 feet, so.
Yeah, I already have like a bonus of 10 feet from the race. I'm assuming I can just.
Yeah, it's fine. You
Okay.
leap up into the air as your thri-kreen legs are able to propel you upwards onto the bridge itself.
I'm gonna go ahead and just cut Rick's thread.
Okay. You bring.
That's an action, right?
Yep, it's an action to cut the thread. That doesn't free you from the fate, but it allows Henley to realize that fate has been changed, that he's in an alternate fate. As slowly you sort of come to your senses and realize that you're on a familiar night. The Night of Falling Stars, I mean, it is a holiday in the Coldwood, a holiday in which you realize that you go out and hunt, and you remember this hunt. This hunt where you first encountered Steinhertz. It wasn't on the bridge where it happened. It did not happen on this bridge. And yet here you are, as you sort of come to yourself and realize that you're in sort of a turn of fate. A fate in which you, what would happen if you were not the one that found Steinhertz? What if Crowder did? Your friend Crowder. And at the same time, he's not really your friend. He's just a figment of fate. An illusion of fate that brought on by brought on by Esteban. So you do realize where you are.
Okay, cool.
All right, and it goes to you, Henley.
Colin,
Mm-hmm.
would I know that illusion is Tommy's?
Probably.
Okay, because I technically protected the other dude on that night, so I tried to protect Crowder. But if I know that thing's fake, I'm not gonna do that.
Probably. You understand what sort of what's going on right now. Once he severs the thread.
Okay. Part of me doesn't want to fight Steinhertz.
I mean, that's how you got here.
I know. But part of me doesn't want to do it. Part of me would have tried to change the fate,
I would say-
but I guess I can't.
I will say, you don't necessarily have to kill Steinhertz to bring to the side. You could try to bend her to your will. Who says that gaining power over a creature is as simple as just knocking it down to 0 hit points? What if you were to use, say, nature or something to cow her to your will instead of
Yeah.
Crowder's? Because that essentially what you're doing is trying to bring this creature underneath your control instead of Crowder's. So it would be an opposed roll against Crowder, essentially.
Alright. I'm gonna try.
That being said, you're our 17th level and Crowder is not, so...
I'm gonna kneel down. I'm gonna say, "Hey, girl, it's me," and I'm gonna like kind of hold my hand out to see if I can get her to come to me. I'm gonna drop the rage.
Okay. Give me a nature check. With advantage. It'd probably be with advantage.
Colin, I rolled a 23. Do you want me to roll with advantage? Just take
I mean,
that.
you still roll with advantage, and because even
24. There we go.
even in the fate, Steinhertz is technically belongs to you.
24.
Well, Crowder got a 14. So, as you hold out your hand, and Crowder sort of, you know what? No, that's not true. Crowder got a 14. He rolled with disadvantage because he's distracted by the Chain Devil. The great crackling beast walks up to you, and its sort of wet nose, as you hold out its hand to where it sort of buries itself in your hand, lets out several snorts, as slowly you have conquered the actual creature, as you have resolved this alternate fate, a fate in which Crowder could have gotten her, but not in this case. Alright. Oh shit.
Well, welcome back, buddy.
Thank you. Colin, the
Yeah.
other thing I was gonna do is you try to fight him. I was gonna sacrifice myself again, so I had multiple ways out of that.
But no, you're as you hold out your hand, Crowder sort of, god damn it. I keep trying to draw a fucking line. There we go. All right. You free Henley from their alternate fate. And I will say, before I will say, because in case anyone tries to, because I know someone might try to attack Oni Lord. If you kill the Oni Lord, anyone he's connected to dies as well, because their fates are bound. So
You're
before
telling me I could just
before
straight
it,
up kill
you
Lou?
could before anyone tries to kill the Oni, because I don't to save time. If you try to kill the Oni, anyone that he is currently bound to dies as well.
Oh shit! Can we bring Ito back?
Can Ito be here? And
Yeah.
I can kill him and Reed at the same time.
All right, but we can go back and determine who's next.
Okay.
All right. Colin, you may have to drag Tommy, because he was okay. Never mind, there.
I don't know if Tommy.
Henley's fate
Yep.
could have been a lot gayer.
I mean, Henley's fate could have been a lot worse. But Henley, you survive and thrive through the time in which Crowder could have been the owner of Steinhertz, and your family, the Zweisenkan family, could have been at the bottom of the barrel, and that has far-reaching implications. You never would have been the Emperor of Stahlreich. You never would have met Adelaide. You probably would have been buried under the heel of capitalism.
No, a fate worse
Damn.
than
A
death.
fate worse than death.
Instead of at the top of capitalism.
As you free
place to
Henley
be.
from the binding cords of the thread of fate. And Alakul, who wants to go next?
We're doing volunteers now.
I mean, it's up to Alakul, who he severs the thread of, and he goes through it. Beaver, I didn't think you were gonna be here since you were gonna be gone, so I didn't prepare a scene.
Yeah. Rip.
I'm sure you can come up with
Alright, you
fly.
got this.
That
Oh,
being
Beaver
said,
pops out.
Beaver, your alternate fate is one in which the Eye of Vecna, nobody ever attempted to steal it.
Oh, so that would have just been like the Onyx Serpents having the eye, like doing a whole bunch of bad shit with it.
No, this is a fate in which, in the heart of Stahlreich, in the city of Weissenberg, Klaus, you had a life with Siegfried. a life as a simple head of a thieves guild. Like I said, since I didn't think you were going to be here, I didn't prepare as much for it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
But
I mean, I didn't even think I was gonna be here either. Really, so
in this alternate fate,
whatever you got from me, I would take it.
in this alternate fate, the attempts to steal the Eye of Vecna fail. And not only that, your family is never imprisoned. Your family becomes the Fisher family becomes the head of the Thieves Guild within the capital itself. And working in close consort, you find that Siegfried is not only just a generous lover, or a generous friend, but a generous ally to the Thieves Guild as he joins.
That's cool. Siegfried and Klaus breaking into shit together.
Hell yeah.
What we could have been.
I was gonna say, he fucks you till your ass bleeds, and then he drinks the blood.
Oh Jesus!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Metal.
Good.
Like, you just invented a new fetish. Congratulations.
Yeah, I don't think he invented that one. I haven't already existed properly.
Give me.
You're
I
right,
say-
someone hit up extra. Let's see what we got.
I say, Klaus, give me 1 minute to think of how this affects the world. Cause like I said, I wasn't planning. I thought you weren't gonna be here, but I'm glad that
Yeah,
you
you
are.
can come back to it. You can come back to it. If
No,
you need to.
that's what he severed. Because you have to go in order from what because all the people he
Okay.
severs goes with him. This is bigger than you, Klaus. The Thieves Guild has its ears and its eyes and its nose to the ground. It understands every plot, every dark tiding. And so, Klaus, you hear tale of a planned assassination on the Emperor by his own uncle, Albert von Richten.
Oh shit.
Heavy, bro.
Yeah. Alec, cool.
How does the Redeemer feel about that?
That-
Was he-
the Redeemer's not in this fate. In this fate, the Redeemer is not there.
Not with you.
Okay.
This is a fate. This is looks at a
moment of
fate.
silence.
This looks at a fate. Looks at fate as if he weren't there, and the Redeemer was not
Okay.
there when this would have happened. He would have been Albert von Richten. He may very well be in this fate, but he's not attached to you. He is Albert von Richten.
Yeah.
And whenever you, and Henley and Alec Cool, when you and Henley and Aru approach, within the family of Fisher, they debate on what to do. It could very well be that the current emperor is known for his frivolity. He's not very serious. He's lived in a time of relative peace, and so the Fisher family thinks about or dwells upon whether it might be better for the emperor to die.
Oh, to let the assassination. Oh shit.
That is the alternate fate that you have been presented with, and what everyone has been presented with. Like I said, it's one I've had to come up with on the fly, but it's one that makes sense within the context of the history and the story.
Oh yeah.
I like it. So what do?
So what do? Indeed.
What do?
I'd assume this emperor is still Adelaide, correct?
I know the Emperor is currently her father.
It's her father. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So this is before the events of her father.
This is
getting murdered.
before the events, because, Albert the Redeemer killed his brother. He killed his brother.
I would sever the thread on Klaus, and I would tell Klaus to tell them to allow the death to happen.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I've
I said I've got some combat encounters planned, but I think I'm going to skip them because we're already at 3 hours and
Yeah,
like
probably gonna
15.
yeah.
So we'll probably go through everyone else's as role playing.
So I'm gonna like stab a dagger down on the table and just be like, you know, with more chaos is more opportunities for us to thrive. It could be better for us if we just allow this to happen. More business is good business, you know.
All right. You see, you're able to illuminate Klaus as to what fate should be. Unfortunately, the truth is, fate should be that the Emperor dies. Or at least the current Emperor dies. Like I said, for time constraints, I'm not rolling not going into big combats. Like I
We could
said,
also skip Karakwas and just do his next week.
Well,
If
that's
Cody shows
true.
up.
That's true. We can do
Yeah.
Karakwas next week, and then we'll do the Oni fight because the Oni is boss fight. But yeah, you are able to tell him that sever the cord and tell him that the truth is that despite the fact that you understand that you know that the Emperor is going to be killed, you don't necessarily need to capitalize on that knowledge. However, unfortunately, Klaus, that does mean that you and Siegfried don't have a sexy vampire life together.
Oh no.
Alright, and you pull him out of his own fate. Alakul, which one is next?
Venta. At this point, he's closest, and since it's RP, let's just do it.
Alright.
Hey.
Venta, your fate is a fate that actually I made Venta's like the easiest technically. Venta,
I
your
live comfortably with my family.
your fate is a fate that you don't get sick. You never go to
I
those.
live comfortably
Oh.
with my I live comfortably with my family.
I mean that is
working
that is
apart.
that is basically what I made it as. Your fate is a fate that you don't go to the fucking ruins. You never encounter the Green Lady. You are never cursed with your blood curse. You never suffer the curse of the Ile de Royhan.
I'm gonna roll one guy drinking fucking rum out of a coconut and be like, yo man, this is really gonna suck, but I wanna need you to just
And yet you
put
are
that down.
at on the same point of contention. You never gain Postilions. You never become a great hero. You never become a savior of Stolreich. Possibly a savior of the world, should the tide of Black Everfrost wash across it. You never become, a champion who has walked to the very depths of hell and risen to the depths of the heavens. You see that Venta is not this champion. He is a humble, bartender. He works in his family's tavern and inn. It's a pleasant experience, and yet he never achieves the incredible heights that he could achieve. He sits there cleaning out empty mugs, serving empty soup tureens. He never fills bowls. He never washes dishes. If he goes on to these incredible heights that he could reach, instead he is dulled to comfortable mediocrity on the Ile de Royan. Not only that, without Ito here to fall in the line of the things, a struggling and dying Ile de Royan. As in this fate, Ito never fixes his curse. The Ile de Royan never recovers. It continues to fall and suffer until Venta, the family of Itos, is deposed. The crown
Oh,
replaces it with another. One that is more capable of running this outlier in the Empire.
Well, I walk
Wow.
up to the bartender,
Like I said, I hate to say it,
Mr. Man.
I hate to say it, but we are running a little bit short on time.
Yeah, I walk up to him and I tell him sorry to ruin it, and I cut his thread and say we gotta go.
But you do see
I cry.
something in this. You understand not only the terrible pangs that the curse granted you, but the incredible path it led you on. And not only you, the incredible path that it led to the Ile de Royan, as you understand, by you aiding Lord Sarasenio, you have elevated him. Well, you've made it so he could keep this island. Without you, well, without the two of you working together, it may very well and very likely would have been that the Sarasenio family would have lost this island. That the crown would have understood that they were doing a bad job and installed a new family, as they very well could have. That Adelaide could have been, instead of Ito being an advisor to Adelaide, he could have been an adversary. And it strikes you just how, like I said, whenever he severs this cord, just how fickle fate can be. How the decision to go into that forest changed not only just your life, but the life of the Ile de Royan.
Amazing.
Like I said, we are, we're at 3.5 hours, so we're, like I said, I want to get to make it so the boss fight is next week, so we have to get through all these fate strands to the Oni.
Yep. And go ahead and do read and get this shit.
All right.
This week.
So, but he does sever the cord. As you come to your senses and find yourself in the Cold Forge. I mean, I guess Venta wouldn't have been to the Cold Forge. You're in a weird place.
I wouldn't have either, Colin.
You're in a weird fucking
I thought
place.
you were there.
However, both my characters
No, I
have been
wasn't.
here now.
Oh.
That I stopped playing. I fought him the first time. I fought him when we fought him outside with all the zombies.
All right.
Okay.
Whose cord do you want to sever next?
Read, because he's the last one. and we'll
Yeah, I thought
take
we're leaving
Yeah.
for Aqua.
next
Other
week.
than Karakwa, yeah.
All right. So you have freed everybody else. You go to Reed. Is Lou here?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Currently, Lou is, like I said, right like everyone else, bound by a thread of fate to a pillar. As he comes up to the thread, and he brings. Hold on, let me go to the music. The mantis claw down, as it slams into the cord. You find yourself at the Primeval Carnival.
Do, 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 do.
Reed. You currently, with your particularly dexterous disposition, work in a duo act beneath your mother and father, Rorimac and Sibyl, alongside your sister Darcy, at the Primeval Carnival. I don't know, in case you've noticed this, Lou, I think everybody else has caught on. Rorimac and Sibyl are your father and mother, and Darcy is your sister. That is why they talked about having a child that they did not lose to the carnival. But I think everybody else has.
Well, shit.
Like I said, they particularly spoke of a child that they, whenever you asked about their children, said, we didn't lose this one. They both have the exact same color hair as you as well, auburn hair. But you strive and suffer under the cruel whip of the Ringmaster, alongside your mother and father, Sibyl and Rorimac, alongside your sister, Darcy. The Primeval Carnival moves from place to place, and not always as simply as traveling from one city to another. Sometimes you seem to... you don't know how to explain it. It disappears into non-existence. It's as if you don't exist at all. And in that time, you don't age. But you would pop up into various different cities, moving from town to town, offering exotic attractions. And under the Ringmaster, you are bound, like I said, as a particularly, like I said, you ended up becoming a monk. In this timeline, they don't give you up. They don't leave you behind. The fate has dictated that they don't try to save you from the Primeval Carnival. You would think being left as an urchin would be a curse, but for them it's a gift. In this timeline, you are a humble circus performer. Rorimac, like I said, Rorimac and Sibyl, Rorimac is a carnival barker that doubles as a acrobat. Sibyl is purely an acrobat. Darcy is an acrobat. You are an acrobat. And so...
I see. We're the Flying Graysons.
Basically, you are. Luckily, you do remember your fate after this, as you will remember and understand that sort of what fate has dealt you. And so, Alakul, whenever you arrive in this place, you are in the carnival. A familiar carnival. It's one you've been to. It's the Primeval Carnival. Like I said, you've got the, you've got the carnival grounds over here. I'll go ahead and activate it. Like I said, I've got the landscape carnival there, but the actual carnival grounds themselves, been to... there's all the same freaks and things like that, all under the cruel lash of the Ringmaster. The Ringmaster, you understand, he is not a... It's not that... You know, I'm not going to say it's not that he's not a mortal being. You understand that the Ringmaster is a title. You can't kill the Ringmaster, because the next highest ranking member of the carnival becomes the Ringmaster. You would have to kill the whole carnival to end the Ringmaster. So the current Ringmaster, with Lion's Whip and Burning Torch, orders the others around Alakul. And you can see Reed, with his head down low, alongside his sister Darcy, a sister that now sits on your airship, performs various deeds of acrobatics, chicanery.
Well, while Reed's in the middle of his acrobatic act, I try and cut the thread.
Roll an attack roll.
candy beyond, please.
I will say everyone is here, by the way.
I crit it.
Alright, well. The parry by the Ringmaster is unable to beat the crit. You're surprised as within this fate, the Ringmaster seems vaguely self-aware. Almost as if he's as if the shade of fate almost has some sort of self-awareness that is in the fate as it raises its hand to try to stop you. But its parry fails with a crit as you sever the thread that binds Reed to the carnival. As Reed, suddenly you come to your senses. Unfortunately, like I said, the fucking Ringmaster got like a 26 to parry it, but I don't think that beats the crit.
It doesn't. I got a 33.
Yeah, that does not beat the parry.
That's rough.
Like I said, originally this was supposed to be a fight with the Ringmaster, but since we're so... Like I said, it's been 3.5 hours. You
Well,
sever the thread from Reed. As Reed, suddenly you come to yourself in and amongst the Primeval Carnival. As you have memories that were granted you by fate. This fate is, what if your parents didn't give you up on that street so long ago? What if you, as you realize, I will say, Lou, as you realize, well, I'm pretty sure everybody has talked to me about, Rory Mac and Sybil are your parents. Darcy is your sister.
yeah.
And that sort of realization comes to you. And it fills you with both joy and despair. Because you've freed Darcy, your sister, but your parents remain bound by the Primeval Carnival, by contract. That is the shade of fate that you see.
We'll have a couple solitary tears fall before blinking them away.
Alright. As you blink the tears away, the Primeval Carnival fades, and you find yourself standing once again in the Cold Forge, as you are now freed of the thread of fate. How'd you like that, Lou?
That was really good, yeah.
Would you believe it's something that's been planned for literally years? And you're the last to catch on, because I swear everyone has said... So, they're like, you talked about how they like, gave up a kid, and they also have, like, auburn hair, and they're halflings, they're dexterous.
Yeah, right.
And I even asked her, Lou. I asked her on the deck of the ship, "Hey, do you have any siblings that you know of? Like, what's that about?"
So yes, indeed.
And then like,
I inserted the Primeval Carnival as Reed's parents. And like I said, currently, you... And Reed, to his credit, you have saved your sister. Unfortunately, Rorimac and Sybil are bound by the Carnival's contract. You would have to kill the Ringmaster and fuck up the Carnival to deal with that. That being said, you've done a service to them. But it allows Reed to move forward, understanding that... like I said, his sister is an acrobat. She bears the same sort of traits that he does. Like, she's very dexterous. She is quick to learn. She takes to meditation. She's a lot like Reed, but she has a... she does not have... She has a... What's the word? She has a much more fiery spirit. She's also prone to anger a lot faster than Reed is. But
I've had training, so...
yeah, she has not. But that's, that's what's Reed there for. And especially now that he understands exactly what's going on. That's what you see in your alternate fate. A fate in which you weren't given up. In which Rory, Mac, and Sybil did not hide you away. Did not lead you on the road. And so you understand that maybe what you saw is something like being left to a street urchin. To be left on the streets. Maybe maybe that was the greater good. Maybe that was them doing everything that they could to ensure a life outside of the carnival, to give you a better life. It's hard to understand that a life on the streets might be better than the primeval carnival, and yet you understand that's what they hoped for, and that's what they gave you. After 6 beers, I'm like feeling real good about this story.
You should, Colin. It's not like you didn't plan it for like the past.
It's been planned
4
for.
years?
It's been planned for years.
We've hit the 6 beers story beat.
Yep. All right, you free Reed, and that leaves only Karakwa before freeing the Oni, and then if Connor's here next week, Ito will run in. I might do a thing for Ito too. I do have something planned for Ito that does have to do with his fate. Otherwise, his fate actually goes back way back in time. What
I
if
sure hope
his
he doesn't abandon Adalindra on the battlefield.
his fate is, what if he did not leave Adalindra on the battlefield,
What a
basically.
guy.
Oh, I thought his fate was gonna be like it was sealed when his
There-
ancestor made the pact
There was
or whatever. Like
I had two ideas. Either what if the Green Lady never washed up on the Ilroyhan, and what if he never left Adalindra? But I feel like what if he never left Adalindra is more personal to him, which makes more sense for this fate thread. But yeah, next week you will fight the Oni. Powerful lord, after you free Karakwa, and potentially Ito. Like I said, it depends on if Connor's here or not. But yeah, I think today was a fucking good game.
I had
Oh
fun.
yeah, I'm glad I was able to fucking cobble together some way of getting here.
I mean, I knew that when you were bringing up the like fate thing, that was gonna have to do with Reed's parents, but it just never really clicked
Yep.
to me.
Indeed.
You think every red-haired halfling is in the same family? That's kind of racist, don't you think?
Well, no,
He makes
It was literally meant to be that obvious.
it was always meant to be that obvious. That, like, Sibyl and Rory Mac, like I said, they said that they, whenever they talked about, Darcy, they said we weren't able to hide this one, and to imply that they had another that they were able to hide, and that was Reed. Reed was always meant to be the one that they hid. The one that they were able to keep away from the Ringmaster, to stop them from joining the Primeval Carnival, because they wanted a better life for Reed. Because Reed, you were their first child. They wanted the best for you. Did not go so great for Darcy, but like I said, technically, Reed, you saved Darcy whenever you went to
It
the
was also
Primeval
just
Carnival.
It was also just a little bit of a disconnect because the tiny amount of information I gave was actually that Reed's mom was supposed to have abandoned both of them first,
Nope.
and his father stayed for a while until.
Nope. You got left on the thing.
Oh. All right.
Wild.
But the point is, it's good for the story.
Oh yeah.
And that also makes it so, what would Reed do now knowing that? Does he try to find the Primeval Carnival? His parents are under contract, but that doesn't mean contracts can't be fucked with. It's hard to
Yeah,
say.
You also
Well-
go fight him once you're a demigod.
For now, we'll just say that he's adding another name to his list of things he's going to fight.
Yeah.
We've got the Aboleth, we've got Bismarck, now we've got the Primeval Carnival.
And that also comes with the problem of the fact that the Primeval Carnival, the Ringmaster, is not a person, it's a title. Technically, if you killed enough people, your dad could become the Ringmaster.
Hell yeah.
It's hard to say. I almost did it that way intentionally on purpose, so it's not a simple solution. It's almost like I put effort into these games. Despite the fact
Nice.
that you wouldn't know it 7 beers deep.
I say he's 7 beers redundant now.
It's true. But yeah, next week, hopefully, Cody and Ito will be here. and we'll be able to go over their fates, and you will fight the Oni, and you will get the Thread of Fate. Probably, I would imagine next week is, like I said, Cody and Ito's fate should be pretty straightforward. So the boss fight, it should be those fates and then the boss fight, and then you will level up. So think of, because you're going to get the item. Every time you get an item now, you get a level up. So you'll get the Thread of Fate, and you will level up. So think about what you want your next level up to be.
We're going for
Alright.
Tommy's, I think.
Yeah. And Colin, you do you want me to talk to you like sometime this week about what I wanted to do?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and send you a message. At the very least, I'll send you a message of what you are getting at the very least.
Okay.
Hey,
But we'll end
spoilers,
it right
it's
there.
really cool, Nick.
Yeah, I've already talked to Tommy about it, because sometimes I'll talk to Tommy about ideas I have in game.
It's pretty cool, my dude.
But yeah, we'll end
Very
it
cool.
right there.